Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Look into the camera there. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Put this in 18 there, Janaki. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have another coincidence. Kamalakanta was born on the same day, March 28th, that Jesus walked out of the tomb. He's mocking me as usual. That's all right. I consider it a privilege to be mocked by Kamalakanta, Prabhupada disciple and faithful person in Maha Prasad. Very good, my good fortune. Thank you there. It's good. It's good for the false ego. Yeah, humble me a little bit. That's what I need. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we're in Cambridge at Bonnie's house. Yeah. What's your impression now? What's happening for you guys? Yeah. Share a little bit there. You know what this is like for you here.
We keep doing that almost every day, don't we?
Yeah, lots of spontaneous sharing that you've done. Like yesterday.
Just yesterday.
It's amazing that our conversations are like as you said, very spontaneous.
Yeah, turn the light on there somehow.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Is it dark?
Yeah, it's dark. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right.
I'll do that.
There we go. Now we
Would
got
that be
light.
too bright?
No, it's perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, a lot of spontaneous realizations that you share. It's like I love the. It's great when we go to bed. I was telling Maharaj yesterday, like when you go to bed, we look at the sky and then we are thinking of, oh, what are like the realizations that Maharaj shared today, and we're meditating on that. And we were having a conversation yesterday about that when you knocked. It's like when you came in, we were talking about this. It feels very. It's like natural, surreal, and then it's effortless because you are sharing it. It's like and also when we read that book yesterday, I did not understand. When I was reading it, these all feel like Prabhupada put in those things, but only you and the ones who are experiencing it, relishing it, can actually explain it.
Yeah.
And then we see it.
Yeah.
When you see it, we see it. And it's that simple, actually.
Yeah.
It's just a trust in the door, the real door, the real guru. Makes it so easy.
Yes.
And then you can get rid of the bullshit speculation and the trust in that.
Yeah.
And I feel that speculation is kind of sense gratification. I feel that now. And it's
Are you listening, Johan?
because it's up in the mind, and when you say mental like spiritual masturbation, I do understand. It's like jerking off in the head, and that's speculation. And I think before we came here, I mean, I'd love to do it. It's like I'm sure all of us would have loved to do it at some different levels of different things, in the world, in the spiritual subjects and different stuff, but I think we're getting rid of all these things, slowly, even without knowing many of them. And it gives a great relief in the heart, and those speculations are gone. Yeah. And then we can relish what you are sharing. That's what I think started happening.
It's like we can see and, examples in like petty things too, which can actually connect you to the true message, like thing, that's something which I feel is something which was not the case earlier. Like, Maharaj, we were talking about this honey, and then the immediate thing I thought was about, how devotional service is also mixed up in that sense. Yeah. So this was not the case earlier. Drawing parallels and actually deepening the understanding, basically like using all little things around as well to deepen the understanding that we've already have is something which is absolutely new, and how we can't unsee. It is like very natural. I don't have to force myself to direct and practice to be thinking like that. It just happens like that. It just occurs to me like that. So that's something which hasn't been the case earlier. So that's something like I was like I felt yesterday, right? It's about what we hear. Like, we couldn't see anything except for rules and regulations in those books because that's what they were focusing on. You are focusing on mercy, which is why we see mercy in that books now. And we couldn't see. It's about what message you hear is what you see everywhere. So
it's like Jesus said, like Jesus said, he said only the Father knows the Son knows the Father, and the Son can reveal the true nature of the Father to whom he chooses. And look at Moses. His message was different than Jesus. It revealed like God was a little harder than he was, like a stricter type of person. And then Jesus came. No, the Father also has this side. And, like people, they have different sides. They even here. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I was like,
just like here, they see the different sides of devotees. Sometimes you see one side, one face, one personality, and then they have other sides. Like even like for they say about this guy Gaur Das. They say Gaur Hari. Like, people that don't know, they come And they said, they go hard dots. He's really weird, And, I heard him and he was aggressive and he was like this and like this. And then somebody will say, well, you don't know him, because I see this other side too.
Yeah.
So you got to see the different, that's why you got to be with the devotees for a while, to see what's going on and completely. And it's the same thing with devotional service. You got to, this looks weird like this. Let's put it like this. Yeah, the same thing with devotional service. You got to be with the devotees for a while to understand the depths of it and the different angles of it. And you got to listen, because you have people that bodily have been here, but their minds have been in the speculation, right? And and after years they still don't understand. Shows you the speculation is a block. That's why we learn from experience here. When you get a real sangha of devotees, it's almost like you're getting the pastimes revived in a very practical and living way. It's not just in a book and that something happened. It's like, hey man, this happened now. We got putanas and we got the kalyas and you got to dance on their heads and or be under the kalya. All this stuff is these are teachings. That's what the whole point of the stories are, is to teach us. That's why they make movies, actually. They want to teach and train people to kind of, you get into a story and oh yeah, AI, oh yeah, I want to cut off my leg. I mean, you see stories like that. Oh yeah, cut off your limb and get a bionic one. I mean, that's the story, and the people they watch, and some people say, oh, okay, cut off my limb and get a bionic one, then I'll be stronger and more. And there are people that do this stuff. They program like that from the story. So that's why, thing is, see the people in charge of the world, the world's movements and stuff, they know this. They know, and that's why they make movies. They have Hollywood. It's a magic thing. Spelling, the words, all these things are all known to the higher principalities, and we're just in the world. We don't know nothing, but we watch the movie, and just let it program in, or generally people. Depends on level of your consciousness. Are you on the level, like some people, their consciousness is matched with the level of the demigods and understand the demons and their interactions? And they're, it depends on your consciousness. But a lot of people, most people are under that, and so so it's the same thing with these stories about Krishna and about Jesus and all that. The difference is these empower you onto the spiritual plane. You're not going to get rid of the stories. It's just, what stories are you listening? Are you listening to stories that make you a disempowered materialist? See? Or an empowered spiritualist? See? And the speculation is not enough. So we need the parampara system, where things as they are, and then you get the experience. You see, this is this is more empowering. This is more real. I mean, how else are we going to know what is good in this world and what is beyond good, actually? If you don't know what is transcendental, you're not even a spiritual master yet, really. You haven't mastered the spirit. You don't know what it is. You're just maybe mode of goodness. You hear the stories, right, from Prabhupada's books. You can't see if it's time, like now is the time, we reach into the Bhagavatam and pull out the confidential message, not I pull it out and then I keep it for myself, like Bhaktivinoda said most acharyas usually do. And so no, we go like Jesus and pull out of the Old Testament, or see, even I'll give me a Quran, give me a Bible, and I'll go in there and pull out that soft-hearted message of God, and the mercy of the Lord, which was actually more extensively shown by Lord Chaitanya. Yeah, liberating trees. Where did Jesus liberate trees? You ever heard any stories like that? So that's how much mercy he actually. Those trees are souls. They got that body at some point. And they're deeply in the mode of ignorance. And the Lord thought, he embraced these trees, and they got their forms back. These stories shows you the power of Lord Chaitanya, actually. And that's why, people that were there, I mean, a lot of it we don't know personally, but these people that actually were there in the Jharkhanda forest, and these tigers and these lions were chanting also, and the Lord, did that. And you don't even have to believe that that is true, because you could think, well, I wasn't there, and maybe they're just making it up. But you can see the esoteric side, which is more important. In this world, there are tigers and lions and crocodiles in the different philosophies and lies that are being preached in the world. Okay? And the Lord was making devotees out of those guys that were servants of that. These different philosophies. They were becoming attracted to this beautiful movement of chanting and ecstasy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can look at it like that. And then it's logical. See, that's what I preach on all that. I say, well, yeah, that could happen. Maybe a tiger, maybe not. But, if you're somewhat intelligent, you have to have some doubt. I mean, you say, there's a lot of people say a lot of things.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, the esoteric, everybody can, I mean, if you hear it properly, agree that, oh, yeah, these different philosophies. And matter of fact, it's explained like that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the crocodiles of the Buddhist philosophies and different ideologies that miss the mark. Okay? The Vedas go right to it. Devotion to the Lord is the highest goal of life. Yeah. Simple. Okay, then what do I do? See, everything is handed in real bhakti when you're getting it. See, not just, well, let's not go into what the life is about, really. Let's just put it in a book. Life's ultimate goal, right, is love of Krishna. Okay? But let's talk about Varnashram Dharma. Let's talk about rules and regulations and ceremonial worship. See, so the thought doesn't even enter the mind that, oh, life's ultimate goal is love of Krishna, even though it's right there in the book. Nobody's pulling it out, And so the question never arises, well, how do I get this? I don't have love of Krishna, if you're honest. Any gurus out there? Are you any of you honest? Can you say, do you have love of Krishna? Can you say, if you say yes, yeah, okay, do you have the symptoms? See, we teach all about this stuff that are very necessary to understand the deeper rungs of bhakti. Otherwise, it won't even enter your mind. Life's ultimate goal is love of Krishna. Okay, what's the quickest way to get it? Yeah. What is an authorized way to get it? Well, do Varnashram Dharma and everything, and we can discuss that, which we do here. And this is topics that the persons doing Varnashram Dharma that were taught by Prabhupada, and that basically that's the level Vaishnavism is on. It should have these discussions. Yeah, it's because that's the bridge. Hey, yeah, Varnashram Dharma, where's it going? Where's the ultimate goal of Varnashram Dharma? Yeah. Oh, love of Krishna. What's the relationship between Varnashram Dharma and regulative devotion and love of Krishna? Is it the same? Is it different? You think anybody ever talks about? No, I was waiting, looking for something, but there wasn't around. See, so people, if it depends on your association. If you like these kinds of discussions, and you become attracted to them, then you are attracted to what God likes to do. I mean, when Lord Chaitanya was here, he loved to discuss the philosophy with qualified people. They would talk about Krishna and all this, all these, everything you're hearing here. But he wouldn't necessarily talk about with the Sergios and the guys who come here, like this morning. But I come one day and I know all about bhakti, those kind of people. Oh no, Hare Krishna, chant and be happy. Which the guy said, no, I just chant and be happy. I'm not very happy, but I just say it because I'm a parrot, and this is my Krishna consciousness. My guru is Jayapataka Maharaj. I learned so much from him. I have to cut a few jokes here anyway, make it interesting, Cheap shots, a few cheap shots here and there, Below the belt, right? Yeah. Watch out, Radha. We'll get to you. Chari Dave. Oh, are you in a Chari? Oh. I'll try to be nice today.
Actually thinking about it honestly, Maharaj, I was in that boat. When I first started hearing your lectures in Mayapur,
yeah,
I came in and said, I'm looking for something more. But I was like judging you. I was like, does he know these things? Does he know that this is the best? And I would put those comments in, and you would be like smashing them one after the other, and you would explain it, and you would offer why it is so.
Yeah.
And I think it's about openness. If they're really open to understand that what they understood so far is like, sub truth to what you're sharing. You're sharing the absolute truth,
Yeah.
and you explain why it is absolute truth.
Yeah.
So if they have the humility
Yeah.
to sit
Yeah.
and then say, that's why it is, and ask that question,
Yeah.
I think they can get over
They
it.
can get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what do you want in Krishna consciousness? I like the truth, man.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, man. Everybody. Just come up here and let's speak about truth. Are you really ready to put your cards on the table? Are you ready to be open to the truthful answer? Maybe you'll lose everything. Like a poker game. You have a certain amount of money. That's what we do in life. We got some chips. They have a lot of chips. They're eating chips all day. Couldn't believe it. At the airport, they had a package, 2 bags of chips. Take the chip bag around. And then this morning we go shopping, and immediately finally looks, the chips are over there.
I just stopped myself from buying it.
I had to have some of
Because
it,
you
even though
lived that
I had to have them find out. I said, actually, they're pretty good. They're tasty. Put your chips on the table, man. You're willing to, hey, man, my chips are my disciples and friends. I put them all on the table, man. I could lose it all, man. Hey, it's Charlie Dave. You can win everything. I'll give you all the disciples here. So, if you defeat Gohari Das, in the truth, and but they'll go to you, because that's the way I train them, teach them, go after the truth, man. Go after whoever or wherever the deeper truth really is. And that's what I teach. But do you guys do that? Are you willing to put your chips in, your disciples, your buildings, all that stuff? Or, because you could lose it all in a sense. Are you ready for that? But I don't know. I think people don't know the value of bhakti. That's why we have to show it, right? We got to show, oh man, we're going to chant, we'll chant here in a little bit, and just flaunt it, just show off, right? Gotta show off bhakti, Noodles will show off, ecstatic she is, and Fani his intelligence he's developing here. Just show it off, man. Yeah, why not? And let people call it false ego, even though it's the real ego, is to show off the truth, man. Otherwise, if you don't shout it from the rooftops, how's anybody ever going to know? Show off. And people say, you're just a show off, Gohari. Well, you're a show off too. You show off Varnashram Dharma. We show off ecstatic love. Hey, you show off rituals and all that. Yeah, you show that off and you can get your followers, and we'll show this off and we'll get our followers.
Yeah, we can show off only what we have, isn't it?
Yeah, you show. Yeah, that's all I got is this. This emotional stuff. To me, they're the jewelry, man. They're the ornaments, man. They're the degree. The degree. we tattoo it on our spiritual bodies, the degree. What does the drama say? Can't eat just one. Yeah, right. That's give me Gorunga potatoes.
Oh,
yeah, David Beeman. Yeah, give that guy potatoes, man. I hope you're following potato ekadasi too. You're eating plenty of potatoes on it. Potato pizzas. Are you doing that there? Because I tell you, if you, this is it. If you break one ekadasi, man, you've lost everything. All your maha goes down the drain. If you're finished, Dave, I know you probably don't even remember ekadasi. You're too busy massaging these old, the ladies. Older ones, of course, not the young ones. I know you're a proper massage therapist. You only massage the older ladies, not less than 75 years. I'm going to get in trouble with him. He's going to come down and beat me. He's just dying to come down and beat this Gohar. He needs a beating, right? I know your mind, David. You know, yeah, or Kamalakanta. The Gohar does needs a beating, right? Yeah, so anyway, yeah, truth. It's all about truth, you know. So yeah, that's what we do here. Speaking of truth, let's chant a little Hare Krishna. Huh? Let's put on a little flute music or something. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hari. Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Yahoo, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Doodles and going in trance now.
I'm finding it hard to keep my eyes open.
A mother's trance, always doing all this cooking and so, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, You can go lay down a little bit and come back when you feel like.
Huh?
You can go lay down a little bit.
No, Maharaj, I'm not sleepy, but I'm finding it difficult to keep my eyes open.
Oh, yeah, sometimes like that. It's something happening.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see where that goes. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's a good sign when you yawn a lot too.
Suddenly, all of a sudden.
Yeah. Tiredness is a devotional emotion, actually. laziness, tiredness. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. I think they took some mushrooms. Yeah, some mushrooms. There's some mushrooms have been. Look at them. They look intoxicated. Maybe they've been drinking wine. You had some wine, new wine today?
So we just had a cup of tea to keep ourselves awake. If you think about it.
Just before the class.
Just before the class. We can't be not used to the nap as well.
Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri yeah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. We got a good sedative here for people who need to sleep. We just chant to them. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Sita Ram 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 Radha Krishna 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 Sita Ram Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Lakshman Lakshman Sita Ram Lakshman Lakshman Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Krishna Radha Krishna Radha Krishna Radha Krishna Radha Krishna Radha Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Krishna Govinda 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 Radhe Radhe Radha Krishna, 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 Radha Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Do we have a Bhagavad Gita somewhere?
Yes.
Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Yeah. Actually, you know that Bhagavad, I like that Bhagavad Gita that's in
The
my
small
room.
one?
Yeah, you know, can you get the Bhagavad Gita in my room? It's just on the table, probably. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
That's not there. It will be in the top drawer.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ah.
For the first time, I wanted to chant some more.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do it, man. Where's that flute?
It was great.
Yeah. Ooh, first time, man. We're gonna keep it going, man. We can always get to the Gita. Yeah.
Chanting some more?
Yeah, because Pani wants. Yeah, they like
Yeah,
it.
you
You
know.
like it, huh?
Yeah. I didn't
All
want to
right.
wait.
Yeah. Good. All right. That's what I like hearing this chanting. I don't want to bore you guys. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Radha Krishna, 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 Radha, Krishna, 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 Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. What a god, Ram, 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 Krishna, 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 Ram, 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 Lakshman, 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 Lakshman. Lakshman, Lakshman, Ram, 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 Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, 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 Sita Ram, Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram, Sita Ram. Ram, Ram, Sita Ram, 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 Sita Ram, Radha Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha Krishna, 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 Ram, Ram, Sita Ram, Ram, Sita Ram, Ram, Sita Ram, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Okay, gotta reach down a little bit. Let's see. Here's a nice transcendental knowledge, text number 24. A person who is fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness is sure to attain the spiritual kingdom because of his full contribution to spiritual activities, in which the consummation is absolute and which is offered is the same spiritual nature. You know, a lot of people, they think, you got to be always serving, in full Krishna consciousness, always thinking about Krishna, and then you're giving a full contribution. But people do that. I mean, I know when I was in ISKCON, some people would just Hare Krishna all day long because you're supposed to be fully engaged. See, but what is the real full engagement? I mean, like even one moment being absorbed in Krishna with real devotion awakened is more powerful than a whole day of engaging in this activity and that activity without the heart awakened. See, or involved. See, so people don't know. They think it's externally being engaged in activities. That's being engaged in your full contribution to Krishna consciousness. I mean, that's how it was when I was there. There always one engagement to another engagement to another. When you're living at the temple, see, to keep you engaged, but your heart isn't. It's not even awakened yet. See, can you imagine when you awaken the heart, then one name of Krishna purifies you more than one lakh without the heart awakened. People don't know this. That's how important our work is here. Because it's what Jesus came to do. The whole 3 years he spoke to those persons was to get them, purified to the point where the spirit of bhakti would awaken in their heart. They called the Holy Spirit. The whole purpose of Chaitanya Charitamrita is to purify the heart to the point that you can have that awakening of devotion. That's so you can understand God. Otherwise, nobody knows who God is or what God likes. To make the Lord happy. They don't know what it is to be to make the Lord happy. They think, oh yeah, superficially, chant and be happy, pray to God and be happy. Or superficial. They don't know, oh no, when you're purified, I'm chanting to make the Lord happy. And when he's happy, I'm happy. That's Vrindavan. You're back in the garden again. See, before the fall, before listening to all these snakes, that's why you see Gauri doesn't like snakes, does he? He likes to stomp on them. Okay? And you will too. You'll see great pleasure. Once there was a snake. And they informed Bhakti Siddhanta. And he said, there was a snake in the garden. He said, kill it immediately. Vaishnavas like to kill the snakes. Okay? But what is the purport? Does a person like to kill the snake? Poor snake, Kill the snake, the two-legged ones. See, that's what's destroying people's bhakti. It's keeping them in, where did the fall from God and grace come from? The snake, right? See, what does the snake represent in the garden? See, the imitation of God. Ye shall be gods. If you eat from this apple of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, take a side. You want to be Cain or Abel? I'll do Cain today. So somebody takes a side of Cain. I'll do the Abel. I'll be the good guy, and then there's the bad guy. The two birds on the same, two wings on the same bird. That's how it flies in this world. You want to get on that bird? You want to fly around the material universe because of those two wings of good and evil? Or you want to transcend it? Come here if you want to transcend it. Yeah. Goodness, being a good is not enough, is it? That's what, Jesus taught that. You want a righteous man's reward? You follow a righteous man, you get a righteous man's reward. You follow a prophet, you get a prophet's reward. Do you want to go for the real prophet? See, prophet. You really want to profit? You come here, you're going to really profit. See, confirmed. River's in there. See how it is? See, yeah, that's right. Yeah. See, prophet or profit. It's the same. You want a righteous, you want to be righteous. See, the false ego and the righteousness. I'm a righteous man. I'm a religious person. Okay? And then you give them a title, they get even more proud. The chest goes up. Wow, I'm a Bhakti Vedanta man. Walk around like that, right? Isn't that, see, so you got a righteous man's reward. You're righteous, right? And you know it. You feel it, man. I'm righteous. I remember Pani was like that when he would put on his white thing. I'm a righteous Brahmin type. I'm going to preach to my followers.
My followers.
A righteous man's reward. You want that, or you want a prophet's reward? You really want a prophet? Come here and we'll beat you. will beat you with the truth, man. You want to be beaten by, that's what a glorious thing is, to be beaten by the absolute truth. Look at Advaita. He actually, he told a lie just to get the Lord to beat him and to show supremacy of bhakti, you know. He got the Lord. He said, the Lord's going to beat me if I preach Mayavadi philosophy. So I'll do that. So I get a beating from the Lord. Salted bread. Where you been? Eric, where you been? You miss one day here, you're noticed. I didn't see you here yesterday, Eric. Where were you? And salted bread, it's been 3 days or 4 days since I've seen you last. Maybe you're watching the replays. That's all right. Yeah, got to cut a few jokes. Yeah, so righteous man, see, we're here for the prophet's reward. You really want a prophet? Go for the prophet's reward. You're the ultimate prophet. You know, that's why you hang out with a prophet, you get a prophet's reward. You learn from a prophet. You get, if they tell you that, you know, if they're not being like, let's see, they're not quite ready. Let's hide the prophet's reward. And we'll give you the morals. You know, be a moral person. Go to the side of the mode of goodness. You know, go and defeat badness. You know, be a good badass. You know. Yeah. Lost my phone, Eric says. Lost your phone. That's not a good thing. Don't lose your phone, man. Yeah. Yeah, so absorption and just one moment's absorption. See, the thing is, you can get that here by being around devotees who are absorbed in bhakti, man. What other better path is that? Otherwise, you don't even know what it is. You're lucky. You see devotees absorbed in bhakti here. They talk about it, discuss it, like the book does, right? Nectar of Devotion is all about devotional symptoms that you don't understand until you see a devotee, and they preach by their understanding. They're standing under the glory of pure devotional service. See, you want to get that understanding. Only they know it. Otherwise, you know, I saw one of these gurus in ISKCON. He gave a 3-week lecture on nectar devotion about all the devotional symptoms that he didn't even have. So he'd read from the thing and speculate on what they, you know, this or that. And people would give their time and attention, you know, for 3 weeks, for like 1 or 2 hours, whatever you do. So what did you gain? Not really anything. You heard the words and all that, and the person's not experienced. You don't see those devotional emotions. You know, so what do you really understand? Are you standing under that? You need to hear the real message of Vasudeva. The real message of Vasudeva. You need to develop an affinity for that. And you do that by following the real process taught in Bhagavatam. Real process, you serve the devotees who have that deep affinity for Vasudeva, genuinely, transcendentally. Yeah. You know, not those who don't have them. What is this stupid standard that the people, you got to be like really like unintelligent to follow this Hare Krishna movement, which is based on the false foundation that you follow persons who are not conscious of Krishna yet, because real devotion hasn't awakened in their heart. What do they really know? Do they, you know, here we have these books, Nectar of Devotion. Yeah. Do you know the nectar? Have you tasted the nectar of devotion? Can you show that you taste the nectar of devotion? Or are you just a parrot? Oh, yeah, I taste the nectar of devotion. Yeah. Why are your eyes so dry? You know, where's the holy laughter, man? Where's the movement of real bhakti from the depths of your, you know, your soul, coming up into this world, flooding it with the truth? Yeah, where? Nowhere to be seen. So therefore, we got religion. That's religion. Okay? What is truth? You see a devotee, that is the book. They're a manifestation of nectar devotion. That's called a devotee Bhagavat. Duh. You got all these gurus. They're not devotee Bhagavats. You can't even see it. There's no demonstration. Oh, there's this. I'll demonstrate something. I'm holding about that bhakti. And therefore, there's your teaching, man. There's your Raganuga Bhakti Sangha, right? It's like hey, man, why don't you just go to the bathroom, man? Let it out. The bullshit, just let out the bullshit, man. They're not really holding anything back, probably, And yes, Maharaj, walk the talk. Yeah, nectar, where is it? I mean, that's why you come to a few classes here. We just slap you around with the truth. You always start to wake up, man. You know how people are into hypnosis? You go to a course in ISKCON for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and all of a sudden you're asleep. You're supposed to go there to become awake, but you go to sleep. You go there and you read books on nectar devotion, and there's no example of that in life. Oh yeah, we're not supposed to show, not supposed to cry, not supposed to this. See, you go there, you don't hear the real Bhagavatam, which starts that, Varnashram, Vedavyasa, not only did he follow Varnashram Dharma, he wrote the book of Varnashram Dharma, and he wasn't satisfied. So you go to ISKCON to wake up, and you haven't even heard the Bhagavatam in 40, 50 years. Because you haven't started it. Started it as, okay, 40, 50 years or 1 year or 5 minutes of doing Varnashram Dharma. And if it wasn't what you were looking for, like I'm looking for Krishna, I'm not finding him in ceremonies, in some external worship. Now, what is that about? What are you doing? Nobody even asked the question, why are you waving this thing? Why are you waving the flame? What's that about? Okay, does anybody know what I'm talking about? Why are you waving that flame there? What are you doing with the water in the conch? What is it? What does it mean? I don't know. My guru never taught me anything. Why are you singing Sri Guru Charana Padma? From my guru, ecstatic prema emanates, and by his word is destroyed. What's the point of that? Well, I never thought. I just sing the song. What is the point of your gurus? They don't even awaken you to why the flame is supposed to be your heart. It represents your heart, your passion for God. What is the water, the tears coming from your eyes? You offer that at the feet of the Lord. The feet of the Lord is this book, man. You glorify the truth in this book, in the name. We're looking for that water, really. Otherwise, it's just a ceremony, external things. Stories. Just a story, like a very empty story, very there's no juice in that story. There's just a flame and a hand waving a flame. There's just a conch in the water, going like that. And you think, whoa, this is so marvelous. What's so marvelous about it? What does it mean? Nobody knows. All of devotional services like that. That's why if you get real devotion awakened, then you know what these things mean. You can relate now why they're doing these things. Otherwise, it's blind adherence to the ceremonies and the rules and the regulations. Yeah. So, purport. How activities in Krishna consciousness can lead one ultimately to the spiritual goal is described here. There are various activities in Krishna consciousness, and all of them will be described in the following verses. See, so what did Prabhupada do? He engaged people in Vaidhi Bhakti to do, and actually, work all the time for Krishna. Then when you're finished with that, offer your food to Krishna. When you finish with that, do Guru Puja. Then when you finish with that, do another thing, and then do another thing, and then do another thing. Yeah. Did he awaken the heart? Well, he said, well, gradually, your heart will awaken and you'll get the feeling. Yeah, gradually. Yeah. How many years or lifetimes? How many people have been doing it for 40 years? The gurus and their followers do 40, 50 years. Yeah, I don't see symptoms of awakening in many people, really. I mean, maybe there's some little thing, but, you ever drink some nice nectar, and you have a good amount of it, And then if you drink, like you get like just a little drop of it, and you think, what is this? I want more. Well, you want a little drop on your tongue, that's the Vitae thing. Maybe get a little drop here. Or would you like to drink a nice glass of it, and keep drinking glasses full and not drops once. Well, I had a tear in 1975. I had one tear. I remember that time. It's like David Icke. He's still rolling on this thing. He did an ayahuasca trip in 1972, and he's still talking about it. Yeah, I did this thing. He doesn't have daily things and they were like, wow, he had this experience in 1972. And a lot of people like that. People come here like that. They've had something with Krishna and some kind of thing, but it's like was way back when. It's not like every day. It's not like feeling juiced up and ever increasing, ever fresh devotion and realization, where you and thinking about God, like this. See, I want to drink buckets full. Yeah. Swimming, learning, practice. Lack, ISKCON, we learn 90%, but practice zero. Mars teaches us to practice. Yeah. I mean, here you get results of the practice very quickly because we're pulling the truth about Lord Chaitanya's incarnation. If you believe this preaching, you'll surpass the preaching of the many lifetime preaching. That's your benediction. You want that from Narayan Maharaj? He told you many lifetimes before you'll become self-realized. Many lifetimes before you get prema. Without prema, you're not self-realized. Not really. You don't know the real self. Only with prema do you understand the real self. Even Bhav is not enough. And you think, Narayan Raj would teach you that. I was there, I know what, he'd say, oh, Bhav, that's many lifetimes for that. That's not even praying. See, because you got to get it on your own, it's like a double think. It's like a double speak. Yeah, you need the mercy of a devotee, but I can't give you that mercy. I'm going to talk about Raganuga and ecstatic devotees and love of God and everything, but I can't give it to you. I can't give you the quick purification that you get. I'll give you the long one. You chant 1 lakh, you do lots of fasts, lots of rules, lots of regulations. But we're going to talk all about Raganuga and intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Okay? But you're not qualified to understand them. Because you can only understand them with bhakti, devotion. You have to relish these pastimes, taste them. And without bhakti, it's just intellectual. Okay? That's what we got in this Vaishnavism. At best, or I don't even know if it's best, it just is what it is. There are people that, they don't understand that if you go with a real devotee with real devotion, preaching the real message of devotion, they pull that out. And that word is what you get. Okay? That preaching is what you get. Jesus' preaching was about the Holy Spirit, and that's what they got. Moses preaching about the rules and regulations, that's what you got. Remember, Bhagavad Gita? Whatever a great man does, common men follow. Moses was a great man, and he preached the rules and regulations, and people followed that. Jesus was a great man, right? And he preached the Holy Spirit preaching, and that's what they got. They followed that path. Oh, is it any different now? Prabhupada's a great man, right? Bhaktisiddhanta, a great man. And what do they preach? Rules and regulations. Okay? So is Gaur Hari Das a great man? That remains to be seen.
Yeah. Of course.
Hey, Kamalakanta, we got something for you to get competitive with here.
I can eat more than he can. In fact, I'll challenge him.
Oh, he can eat more than you, man.
Yeah.
But that's the way you got to look, man. See, this is knowledge. This is stuff that it's what is, but nobody really has spoken to about it until now. This makes a bridge from Vaidhi, or Old Testament Vaishnavism to the New Testament for Vaishnavas, man, which is this. It's the spirit of devotion and bhakti. That's why Lord Chaitanya came. It's time for that message. But if you don't listen to a person that is relishing that message, has the mercy of that message, the first fruits, then you hear the old message, right? Prabhupada's rules, regulations, varnashram. Okay, well, if that's what you go for, if you're not a very greedy person spiritually, if you don't really want to know the deeper truth, well, there you go. Is that enough for you? Good. Not enough for me. Never was, never will be. Yeah. And that's the whole point is to, if you're not around spiritually greedy persons who chant with, hey, I want more of you, Krishna. I want to taste more of your name. I want to know more about you. Who the hell are you there, Krishna? All I know is you laugh all the time and you make jokes and you smash illusions. Yeah. Some people love you and some people hate you. Wasn't that Krishna? Wasn't that Jesus? Some people loved him, some people hated him. That's why I accept Jesus. Some people loved him when he was preaching the truth. Some people loved him, some people hated him. When Krishna was preaching and showing the truth, some people loved him, some people hated him. And if you don't do that in the world, you're not a bhakti yogi. You don't know what real bhakti is. You're not a real servant of the real Christ or Krishna. Not yet. You want to be? You ready for that? Or do you want to kiss ass in this world? You want to kiss everybody's ass and have them kiss your ass? It smells down there, doesn't it? Everything smells in this world except the real fragrance of Krishna. Yeah, no problem. He'll be back. Yeah. Are you ready to be, are you mature out there? Because if you meet a real spiritual master preaching the real truth, you're going to have people that hate them. They're going to say that Gauridas, he's a demon. He's this, he's that, he's that. And you can believe them, then you don't deserve to be here, man. The Lord's mercy ain't upon you. That's why I give you a chance here. I'm here to teach these things. When you find the real spiritual master empowered by the transcendental potency to deliver your buttocks out of this illusion, that's the way it's going to be. Can you handle that? Can you handle persons say and lie about Gohar, say he's a homosexual, he's this, he's that, he loves feet, and he's dirty, he's this, he's that. Yeah, because if you believe that bullshit, then you don't understand how it works. They did the same thing to Krishna, Shishupal, Jarasandha. Don't follow that Krishna. Don't believe in that Krishna. He's a scumbag. He's the lowest of the low. He doesn't even wear shoes. Yeah, did the same thing with Shiva. Look, see, Shiva, Daksha went up before the assembly of Brahmins. This is how it is. Your life is on the line here. I'm here to teach the truth. Anybody Krishna wants to be delivered will hear the real message of the Bhagavatam. And it's always like this. When you find somebody empowered by the spiritual potency, it's always like this. Listen to me, all you. This is Daksha. See, a Brahmin, you earthly gods. You want to get beyond the earthly gods, these Brahmins, these sannyasis, and these spiritual masters who haven't transcended the modes, because this is what they do. They're like the Dakshas. When the real potency is here, they always go against it, man. Why? They're going to lose. They're afraid to lose their followers and following in their name and fame. See, lose it to the truth. They don't think that's of value. See? Oh, you gentle souls out there, you Brahmins, you look real gentle out there, you wolves in sheep's clothing. Listen to this message. I don't have any envy or jealousy of Lord Shiva. But look at him. He doesn't take a bath. He's this, he's that. He's a dark person. He's all of these things, snakes. He hangs out in crematoriums. All of these were glories, actually. And the Brahmins believed in Daksha because they believed they're going to be delivered by being clean externally. Their hearts are filthy, right? Shiva was dirty on the outside, but clean on the inside. What's better, to be dirty on the outside or clean on the inside? See? Well, the Brahmins thought it's better to be clean on the outside and dirty on the inside, which because they couldn't see the dirt. The only bhakti devotion that Shiva had, right there in the Bhagavatam, he had the symptoms of a real devotee. He would love kirtan, he'd chant on his little tom-tom, and he'd be laughing and crying. See, that's a liberated soul in relishing devotional mellows. See, his heart was pure, even though he looked like he didn't take a bath or had snakes around his neck and all that stuff. That was a testament of his power. See? That's a realized soul. They can be around the snakes in this world. Look at this. You see the miracle here of this Sangha here? People actually have love of Krishna here and they're not taken down by the snakes of the world. The snakes of these various speculative philosophies that want to steal and rob you of real bhakti. Well, they're not being taken down here. Okay? It's a testament of the mercy, the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya being here. Yeah. Yeah. See, this is the real Bhagavatam. Who can preach this? Only somebody who could relate to Shiva. Only somebody who may look dirty on the outside, not wearing the symbols and the signs and all that, but you can see on the inside. Do you see any cleanliness here? Well, if there is any cleanliness here, it's from chanting the holy name in the kind of ecstasy that you see here, that I believe wholeheartedly in. I've seen enough bullshit in this world to know that this is the best of the best. This is better than anything in Vaishnava. It's better than that Narayan Raj platform there, where they don't show anything, but they have in all this intellectual speculations about Rupa and all that stuff. Unless you have the experience of relishing the mellows that Rupa relished, you cannot preach them. It'll be a lie. Everything you would say is a lie, man, because you're not an experienced devotee. Yeah, so that's how it basically is. Yeah. You want the slow way, then, you can go and do the external stuff, like Prabhupada's saying here, how activity can lead one ultimately to the spiritual goal of life. Well, how long is ultimately? Many lifetimes, if you follow that path. Be engaged externally. Yeah. And what does Krishna say? I just tell you the deeper thing that Krishna says. Yeah, you can do all these things. You can follow Vaidhi Bhakti. You can follow Varnashram Dharma. You can follow these gurus who don't have love of Krishna. You can associate with them. And then after a long time, many lifetimes, you'll attain maybe something deep. Maybe it's very rare, it says, Krishna says, it's very rare that anybody attains Vrindavan Krishna by doing sadhana bhakti. So rare that we didn't want to speak much about it. He was just like, hey, don't do the rare. Don't do the rarely attained bhakti. That's not intelligent, man. When it's here and being preached, which it is, we go the quick path, man. Go and be with devotees who have real devotion and a real intimate relationship with Krishna, like Jesus did, like Lord Chaitanya did, like Nityananda did, and like their real followers did, and those who followed in their footsteps and hung out with these living persons with living bhakti manifested in this temple, not these external temples with no real bhakti manifesting from them, because people have great faith in building external temples and no faith at all in building this temple here. The temple, awakening the Lord in the heart and start cleaning this temple of Gundicha. See, that story is all about you, all about your body, man, is that temple. That's the Gundicha temple, man. And the super soul in your heart is that Lord Chaitanya cleaning that temple. And the devotee, the spiritual master, and the real devotee sangha, sadhu sangha, are the devotees helping that cleaning. Okay? It's all about you, about the temple in you. Otherwise, you'll look at that and say, wow, how nice. Lord Chaitanya cleaned the temple of Gundicha. Wow, that was great. Yeah. Well, what's it mean? Oh, I don't know. My gurus never taught me anything about that. I just like to read the story, or I don't read the story because it's too high, right? Too high. That's postgraduate. I'm still looking at Bhagavad Gita when I got a chance because I'm work for Krishna. Yeah, I work for Krishna. I like the lip service path better. Do you like lip service? That's the path Lord Chaitanya taught. He taught, what did he do, really? Lip service. See? People think, look, that's what even my brother, people say, why don't you get a job, man? You're just doing lip service, man. What kind of service is that for the world? Lip service. Well, there's two kinds of lip service. There's the powerful lips and the disempowered lips. Disempowered are the speculators. It can't do anything. That's why in Narayan Raj group, I didn't see any ecstatic devotion in his lip service. Lip service. They're doing lip service, right? Wasn't he doing lip service? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe he did austerities and all that stuff, Yeah, but lip service, giving classes, teaching, all that. Same thing, ISKCON gurus, they're doing lip service, right? Yeah. What's happening there? Rules, regulations, where, yeah, but the Lord did lip service too. But what was the result of his lip service? Jesus did lip service. He's always preaching about the kingdom. What's the difference between that lip service and lip service? Usually lip service is looked at as a lower thing, right? Like, oh, lip service, that's only lip service. You know why? Because those lips are not potent, man. They're not Krishna's lips. Yeah, Krishna's lips are the devotees' lips, because the devotees' lips are pressed against the real lips of God. See, the real lips of Krishna in communion. See, the real lips it's like the flute, man. You see, the flute has lips. Go look at a silver flute. It has lips, right? Well, there's the flute player. That's you imitators out there playing the flute out there. You have no bhakti. You're an imitator, man. And so it's the modes of nature. Your lips are pressed against the modes of nature, and the modes of nature are expressing through you their song, their superficial song of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But where is the devotee who's a real float of the transcendental Lord? Their lips are pressed again. They're a flute, and they're kissing that Lord. What do you think kissing is about? Spiritually, you think it's some mundane thing? No, that's just like it's a sign of intimacy in this world. A sign of intimacy is the spiritual body, spiritual body of a devotee's lips pressed against the lips of the Lord. See, these are the lips of the Lord, my friends. That's why and the name of God are the lips of the Lord. And the devotee is kissing and pressing his lips against the Lord's lips. That's called Yoga Maya, not Maha Maya. Maha Maya is you have your lips pressed against the modes of nature's lips, which makes you disempowered, man, makes you stupid and less intelligent. Makes you, even like in Krishna consciousness, everybody's impressed with these Radhakund Babaji types or Narayan Raj types, and they're talking about bhakti, Shuddha bhakti, but their lips aren't pressed against the transcendental lips of the Lord. They're not, and therefore you get an intellectual version, and people are impressed, and people hate me because I say, hey man, that's intellectual version, that ain't the real thing. Oh, don't tell me that's not, I want to worship that another lifetime. And you're not compassionate, Gaur Das. You expose these things. You say that that's not true. I want to make it true. I want to believe it. want to believe it's true, but it's not friggin' true, man. Wake the fuck up, man. It's not true. It's not real Krishna consciousness yet. It was already preached about before. Prabodhananda Saraswati said that's not it, man. Lord Chaitanya was it. He tasted the nectar of the holy name. That's it, man. His lips were pressed against the lips of the Lord's transcendental name, and the real flute song of Krishna comes from that. The real truth comes from that. Otherwise, it's all illusion out there. Go hard. Stop. Don't show that, worshiping, that's not the real Krishna. I want a guru like Narayan Raj followers over there who intellectually talk about Krishna and Shuddha Bhakti and everything, but they never tasted it. They can't prove that they have it. I want to follow that for the rest of my life. I'm just trying to save you some fucking time, for God's sake. Why do they misunderstand me, Janaki? Why do they think I'm a demon for telling them the truth? Because that's just how it is, but somebody's going to listen. Is anybody there in that group tired of not having the real bhakti yet? Can you see that's not the real bhakti? And any bhakti you may have had before, it was stolen from you there in that sangha, like it was for me and some other people who told me that know what real bhakti was, and that was still a putana obstacle, imitating the real residents of Vrindavan. See, only a real resident can point that out if they do, if they're empowered to do it, if they're ordered to do it. I was ordered to do it, so I point everything out. We remove all obstacles to the Vrindavan. You need a guide, man. If you don't think you need a guide, good luck, man. You're going to need it. You're going to need lots of luck. And your luck was just right there before you in the form of a bona fide spiritual master with real compassion, passionately talking about the truth to the extent of taking all risks to get a few people into the real Vrindavan. Isn't that what this basis of this we're exposing everything. Otherwise, how can you go to Vrindavan if you have all these blocks to it, pretending to be the real Vrindavan, and you spend your whole life following these Radhakund Babajis and the Narayan Raj path and the ISKCON path, but you don't get into the kingdom of God. Is that good enough for you? Or maybe you want to be a nice guy, a good guy. Narayan Raj was a good guy. He was a nice guy. I admit it. He was a nice guy. Not to Das Babaji, he's a nice guy. But none of them got anybody through that I saw into the real kingdom of God. My ex-wife followed Ananta Das. Didn't get anywhere really. It was a fake out. It's all fake outs. You got to meet the real devotee, man, that rare 1 out of 1,000,000, a real Rasic devotee who really knows the real God by taste, by tasting transcendental metals, that has realized life's ultimate goal, like the friggin' book says. They really do. And you can see they do. That person is a real guide to the Vrindavan, will take you through the jungle of Jharkhand, and those animals there will not gobble you up. What do you think the forest of Jharkhand is, man? The Lord's real potency neutralizes all of that so that you can walk into the kingdom of Vrindavan. Otherwise, the putanas are out there. The snakes are ready to bite you. The Kalya snake, the speculation, poison Harikatha. The false representative, the false representative of Vrindavan, which Putana represents, doesn't she? Yeah, she represents I'm Guru Dev. Hey, I'm Guru Dev. Yeah. Hey, Vrinda's here. Vrinda's here. I'm Guru Dev, man. I represent real Vrindavan, but I don't represent Vrindavan. I'm just bullshitting you. I'm holding the Vrindavan back from you. Oh, you got to do many lifetimes. But I'll teach Raghunuga Bhakti, but I won't teach Raghunuga Bhakti. Double talk. That's all. It's all double talk, double speak, double standards. Yeah. Hypocrisies is all it is. And people, they don't like a straight shooter. Yeah. You don't want the facts straight, right? Isn't that true? Yeah. Most people, they don't want to hear the truth. Don't tell me that Narayan Raj can't get me into the kingdom after many lifetimes. I want to follow that path. I want to follow that glorious path, and die without real bhakti, just an intellectual perversion. I'm good with that. Are you really? Well, I guess you don't have spiritual greed. I don't want that. Is there anybody on the same page as this? Don't you want to feel Krishna? How about you, Shamarani? You want to feel Krishna? Or any of you gurus out there, do you want to relish devotional mellows in this life? I mean, that's what I'm doing. It's not like I even want to do it. I just do it, man, because it's the real life in this world. Otherwise, it's all death. That's why I preach like this. What is that to me? Intellectual idea about God, about Krishna, intellectual, about Shuddha Bhakti, intellectual. You don't have it. Why not go to the person that has it? To me, you're just a dum-dum. Got these gurus. They memorize all these verses. They talk about Shuddha Bhakti, but they don't have it, and they won't go to the person that has it. What kind of intelligence is that? You don't even have any intelligence yet. You want intelligence? Come here, and we'll wake it up in you. Hey, we'll wake up your intelligence. That's what it's all about. You need to have it awoke in you. That's the real Krishna. What do we got here? Anything? Okay. So Krishna, a conditioned soul entangled in material contamination is sure to act in the material atmosphere, and yet he has to get out of such an environment. Okay? So the process by which the conditioned soul can get out of the material atmosphere is Krishna consciousness. Yeah, is that explained really deeply? Okay. So people think they can get out of this material atmosphere by being around people in the material atmosphere. It doesn't even make any sense. How about getting out of the material atmosphere by being in an atmosphere of truth and devotees who are relishing the truth, the ecstatic truth of God. The as it is truth. How about being around devotees like that? How about becoming attracted to the truth and adverse to the lie? Like, I don't want to hear lies anymore. I want to know a real guru who's a real resident of Vrindavan. How about that? You into that? That's the atmosphere. The truth is the atmosphere. And people live in the atmosphere of the material world of speculations like, oh yeah, I can be around these teachers and these gurus who haven't realized Krishna. See, you're still in the material atmosphere of speculations. They take the Vedas and yeah, I can be around Jaipataka and Radhanas and Narayan Raj. Yeah, in still in the material. I'll say that's spiritual. And then I have no signs and no symptoms of transcendence. I have no ecstatic love awakened in my heart. I don't laugh like a madman. I don't cry like a baby. I don't tremble. I don't have these devotional symptoms, and I don't have the knowledge that comes from that, the real clear understanding of who Krishna is, what Krishna is, and the path that leads to Krishna quickly. I'm good with being in these various illusions that take so much time to realize the truth. Just having a little fun over here. Yeah, you did. Yeah. See? So, a conditioned soul entangled in material contamination. See, speculation is material contamination still. It's not enough. You have to taste devotional mellows. That means you have to be in the spiritual atmosphere of a person tasting the truth. Okay? That is tasting ecstatic worship and preaching real Vedanta that comes from ecstatic worship. Yeah, a real Bhakti Vedanta. Oh, what a concept. Duh. Bhakti Vedanta. First Bhakti, real Bhakti, pure Bhakti, then get some realization from the Lord who gives it to you because he comes close to his real Bhakti Vedantas. He's the Vedanta and you're the Bhakti. He's awakened Bhakti in you. That's devotion. Therefore, it attracts the real Vedanta as it is truth, as it is path. See? And that sets us free from ignorance, so much ignorance in religion, ignorance, not strong enough. See? So go into a spiritual atmosphere with spiritual personalities empowered by the spiritual potency. Now we're talking fast spiritual development, right? Just common sense. How do I know a spiritual atmosphere? How do I know that this is a spiritual atmosphere? Well, you got to be around for a while and learn, observe, get purified, listen, hear. Yeah. And then you'll find out that this is different than these other atmospheres. Varnashram Dharma atmosphere. Or ceremonial worship of God atmosphere, or the atmosphere of, oh, I'm going to Holy Communion, superficial atmosphere, still material. Oh yeah, put that dry wafer of communion on my tongue and let me have some grape juice. And now I had communion with God. See, that's why she likes the deeper songs now. See, she doesn't like this superficial stuff, No, I want to hear. See, that's tasting real God consciousness and being a real devotee. Oh, I like to hear that these deeper truths realized by real devotees. See, that's what God is like. That's what his deep devotees are like. And when you meet the real deep devotee in their songs or their realizations, you meet the real God in those songs by the mercy of those devotees and those. That's why I'm glad. This is the good thing about Vrinda growing up. She talks. She knows to be a little quiet when preaching. Before, I don't think she did. All over the place. But now,
I asked her, when you came, she's too little. She was just
yeah, too little. Yeah. Now she says, "Oh my, that's good. Thank you, Vrinda."
Welcome.
It's the only good thing about growing up. See, the materially absorbed conditioned soul can be cured by Krishna consciousness as set forth here in the Gita. See, but slowly. See, you need to hear the deeper path if you want to make it quick. Be around devotees who have real bhakti, real devotion. Not those who are non-devotees still. Non-devotees means you're not in touch with the transcendental potency. You want the slow path, you listen to this preaching and how Prabhupada's getting you started. But don't listen to a devotee who says, oh yeah, let's speed this thing up, man. Just be around ecstatic devotees. Why? Because they're here. They're in our Sangha and nowhere else that I've seen. I haven't seen any gurus like this, And here, my disciples are more advanced than the gurus, more advanced in real devotion. Isn't that advancement? Can you say you're advanced without real devotion manifested? Yeah, just these are all no-brainers here. You want to understand the philosophy to become a no-brainer, very easily understood, or you like complications? You want to hear speculations and theories about what is Krishna and all that? Well, go to Narayan Raj. It's all theoretical. You got nobody relishing Shuddha Bhakti. They'll even tell you, well, I can speak about, I had this one guy, nice guy, see, but it's not good enough to be a nice guy. You want to go deeper than niceness? Moral person, follow strictly rules and regulations, but then says to you, I'm going to speak in half an hour or 45 minutes about Shuddha Bhakti. And I ask myself, oh, you're Shuddha Bhakti? Well, no, but I'm working under the guidance of Shuddha Bhakti, so I'm going to waste your time and talk about Shuddha Bhakti that you don't understand, that he don't understand, and therefore you won't understand, but let's waste your time. And you see, here I call people on time wasting, even the Narayan Raj gurus. I say, you're wasting people's time. You don't taste real bhakti, and then you're teaching about bhakti. I mean, you're not an experienced devotee. So what is that? And I just comment on it, and I think, to me, it's a no-brainer. Why not go where people here in Temple of Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace place and get the real bhakti? To me, it's a no-brainer. But why don't people have no brains? That's the problem. No brains. When you go to people who speculate, you didn't get a brain yet. You didn't go to the wizard, man. You got to go to Oz. You got to go to us, who are the wizards of Oz. We got a brain. We're giving out brains here. You didn't know this. You come to Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace place, and you get a brain. You get a heart. You get real true love is. You start to love Sita Ram, and you love the songs of devotees. You realize that you can relish these. Those are called relishing mellows, right? You never give this. I'll give you $1 billion. You want to give up this? No?
You can keep it.
Keep the $1 billion?
Think again.
See, what is it? How can you find something that's more valuable? Hey, you listen you up, man. We got something right here that's worth more than $1 billion. Yeah, the real Krishna, not the fake one. We don't fake people out here. See, you won't give $1 billion to give up this treasure of Krishna when you really get it. See? But you ask any ISKCON devotee. I'll ask you right now, any you ISKCON devotees, I'll give you, unfortunately, Bill Gates, if he would give you $1 billion, would you give up following the path? I say a lot of people would, because they don't have the real Krishna. That's the way it is. Will you give up your life if the person says with a gun, you give up your faith in Jesus? People have done that. And the real devotee who knows the real Christ, well, no, of course not. Yeah, shoot me, yeah, but I'll die. They like to die, like for the truth. I'm put my life at risk. Any you crazy devotees, so-called devotees out there can come, I'm around, you can go and take me out. But it's just one more day of preaching the truth to me, I already know who I am. Everything's gravy here. The people are getting delivered out of illusion. I'm going all the way, man. All just like Prabhupada. Shoot for the rhinoceros, man. Take all risks for Krishna, man. Every day is a battle. Love it, man. Easy battle here because it's Vrindavan way. Krishna, he loved excitement. He loves adventure, right? We like it. Getting everybody ready for the battle here, Yeah. Yeah, I like fighting. I like this the experience of the Arjais and Johans and all of that. We learn. It's about learning, man. Learning how Krishna's energies are working, right? Even his Maya. I find it fascinating. Live life, how the demons are working, and all that, and teach it. You make bridges for the demons to know Krishna. What we're teaching here is good for everybody. You could be a good person or a bad person. If you come here, you'll be a transcendental person. You'll transcend your goodness and badness because it's all illusion. To me, I'm not impressed with goodness or badness. I'm bored with goodness, man. You're the most boring people. Give me a badass over here. And if you take to this understanding here, you'll transcend it all. You don't even have to go through to mode of badness to goodness. No, you just transcend all the modes. That's the power of Lord Chaitanya, which is here. You transcend all the modes. Why do the slow thing and try to be a Brahmin and do all these rules and regulations that most people can't do anyway? Yeah. Why not just transcend it by hearing the truth? The truth is what sets you free. Yeah. I love that with Jesus. Don't eat all my cherries either. She goes, Scary money, I like cherries. Don't worry, we'll get more if we
She's a big time fruit eater.
Yeah, you're fruit, yeah. Smart girl, fruits.
She's not like her parents.
We went shopping today. My God, we just filled the cart up with food and clothes. Funny, man. They like to spend money. That's great. I like people like that.
I like money.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, fill the cart. What do you want? Oh, it's too expensive. No, don't worry. Let's just put it in the cart, man. Actually, things are cheaper here than America. A lot
Is
cheaper.
it?
Yeah. I was surprised.
Wow.
Shows you how in America, because I know I went and saw the price there, and I see them here cheaper.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
thought they're expensive.
No, they're cheaper here still.
Ooh.
Yeah. And even they're in packages too. They package everything up here, in nice packages.
Royal packages.
Mama.
All right. So yeah. Do you like these talks? This is the thing, man. Do you like the truth? I mean, how can we have really deep talks unless you just let it all out, and just not pepper it in with etiquettes,
Yeah.
and say, well, I shouldn't say that because it'll step on some toes. Isn't it refreshing? We have names. We have a living Bhagavatam here. People get it wrong. You should mention, why you talk about that guru? Why you talk about that person? Why do you talk? Well, because the Bhagavatam does. It has a Daksha in there, has a Shiva in there, has a Gopi in there. They even have names of these people, Radharani, right? It has the demons in there, have names. Why not? I think it's awesome, man. Here we're going beyond the etiquettes. We see, oh, look at this. We have a Putana, modern day Putana, Johan. I think it's great. Why is everybody's, get all, ruffled about that? Why, Johan? Why are you born? You're just a Putana. So what? Thank you, man. I've tried to get service out of you for 6 years. Now your service begins. Can get some, now we get some mileage out of this guy. Yeah, you got to have something. Got to have a Kamala Kanta, has great faith in Maha, but doesn't know what the real Maha is yet. So we can use you there, man. Thank you for coming there. Thank everybody. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against anybody, but I am. I'm against everybody. I like to be against, I like to put the truth against everything. That's how we test it. You ever see a stress test? We're going to see, we'll put this truth against the Radhanath, against Narayan Raj even. Yeah, why not? Radhakund Babaji's. Let's put this truth against them. Let's, put it against. But it's not really against. We're just testing, right? You stress test. Let's see if it falls down before the stress test. See, then you're free. See, it didn't. That's what Advaita did. He would pay his obeisances to the deities. And if they were not installed correctly, they didn't have real bhakti in them, by a real devotee, they would burst.
Wow.
Yeah, you see, he put his obeisance against these things. And that's his power of his bhakti. If it wasn't real, it would just burst. It would explode. He did that with Sachi. She had 6 or something mundane persons coming out of her. and as babies, they were in the womb. He paid obeisance to him, and she'd have a miscarriage. He had it again and again and again until a real spiritual person came. And that was two of them, Vishwarup and Lord Chaitanya, or Nimai. Devotees are different. So we do stress test all these gurus too. I want to see, do they measure up to the truth? And if you can't handle it, well, it's not for you, man. I mean, this is for people who really want to know the truth. You want to be set free? Well, you got to know every lie in this world, because the lie is going to keep you here, isn't it? Is the false Putana, the false representative of Vrindavan, going to really deliver you? We have to stress test Narayan Raj. We have to stress test Ananta Das Babaji. We got to stress test Radhanath. Is he going to be stressed out over this preaching?
Sure will be.
How about you, Narayan Raj followers? Are you stressed out over this preaching, or can you think straight? Can you analyze things? Do you really care about getting God in this life? So we stress test. Bring your philosophy here. I just mentioned what I learned in that group, like he said, you're going to attain Krishna by doing austerities and by renunciation, renouncing the world and all that. And I say, I put this truth against that, right? And I say, no, here's the verse. Lord Chaitanya says, not by austerities. See, I put that truth against to stress out your faith, man, in bullshit and lies. See? Narayan Maharaj says, no, by austerities, by renunciation, by regulative devotion, you're going to attain Krishna after many, many lifetimes. And I put the truth against it. No, it's through the devotees in this lifetime that you're going to, who chant holy names with great ecstatic devotion, not those are, but no, I don't know. How can I have faith? I'd be a blind believer if I had faith in a person that's going and not, showing that they have actual bhakti. It's through those devotees. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice the way the verse shows you the real path? All you have to do is hear it, man. It's not through the, the bullshitters. No, it's through the persons who chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. Can you tell? It's kind of a no-brainer when you hear it here. Person cries, they laugh, and they're very clear, very conclusive. They match the verses to a T. They worship their Bhagavad Gita 10:10s, worshiping the Lord with great ecstatic devotion. They have the right understanding, right? Would you like to hear from a person who has the right understanding? They have real transcendental knowledge, like the verse says, and you can see it's in the vision of the revealed scriptures. Okay? Yeah, I know I repeat it over and over again. Well, I'll repeat it until the whole universe gets it. It's that simple, man. You should be looking. Where is that path that Lord Chaitanya taught in that verse? Where is the devotee who chants the holy name in great ecstatic devotion? Because it's through them that you attain Vrindavan. Isn't that a good message? Isn't that one worthy to repeat until people get it? That's called Guru Tattva, the door to bhakti, man. Those devotees, they're the way, right? They're the truth. You see how Jesus, even his preaching, matches that verse. That's why you need to hear it explained through the devotees, the living devotees who have the real life of bhakti. Otherwise, that's why it's all bullshit in this world. Just bullshitters who can't show the world that they relish what is transcendental and brought it through into this world, like Lord Chaitanya, like Nityananda, and like we do here. And no other groups show that. And you wonder why people have spiritual experiences. It's not surprising, man, because the real deal is here and the raw deal is everywhere else that I've seen. How can you say that, Guru Hari Das? Well, you show me different. Show me the bhakti that Kamalakanta has from his faith in Maha. Let us see something there. Let us see you chant the holy name, Kamalakanta, to prove that your idea of Maha is better. Right? or any of you Vaishnavas out there. Show that, because, hey, everybody's life is on the line, including yours. You leaders out there, your real life is on the line. Okay? Real life is this bhakti. Otherwise, you're dead, man. Dead in the modes. Any comments there, Pani?
No, it's actually, the truth is simple. It's so simple that it's so hard for people who have been investing their time in hard things to accept a simple fact. It is through a devotee, that's it. It is through, the guru has to be that devotee.
Yeah.
And you can't just subject yourselves to these mindless, like when you're saying, why is the pujari doing the flame?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I never asked that question.
Yeah.
And then when you say they're offering flowers, it's nice to smell this. It's all nice.
Yeah.
It's nice look.
Yeah.
Everything's nice.
Yeah.
But is it the nicety I have come here for?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No. I wanted something else. I wanted a better experience, like the experience I had when I'm chanting here today with you in your presence. These are the experiences I want. Because once we get a hang of it, it's like, I wanted more.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get back to that.
Yeah.
I want to chant. I never in my life said I want to chant more.
Oh, really?
Never. It's like a job.
Yeah.
After you finish 16 rounds, I don't want to touch
look at that bag again.
But with you, we get that experience. So I'm more convinced now that the guru has to be that devotee.
Yeah.
Like the others, it's all right. We are all in the process. But when you go into that person and you call them a guru, that's why now I understand why you're harping on those gurus, the worthless people who call themselves guru.
Yeah.
It's not their followers. It's you. Those are the ones who are keeping the rest of them from getting it.
Yeah.
The rest people will be brainwashed, like I was brainwashed. I never asked those intelligent questions you're asking now. But by some good fortune, we found you and you found us. It's like, whichever worked, whatever got us here, I feel now, because now I see the process is actually working. What's in the book is actually becoming a reality. Right? In her life, I'm sure it's all the other days. So it's almost like when we see someone, even here, I see the new people when they come in, they might see, oh, this might be some fluffy bunny thing. It's like they might think that I thought that way. But unless you sit, ask, inquire from these devotees, and then you will start experiencing a little bit of what they are experiencing. It becomes reality.
Yes. It's got to be real. You got to be embodied. See, embodied.
Yeah.
People are not really, they're not in their spiritual body yet. They're in their material body still. They're conscious of that only.
Yeah.
And their relationship with the modes. They don't even know the modes, right? They don't think about these things.
Yeah.
You see Arjuna, when he heard the preaching about the modes, it was like, wow, this is amazing. I didn't know these things.
Yeah.
You see, it was, and when you actually taste, like, again, you hear these topics again, it's like fresh. It's like, wow, this is amazing. This is interesting. Everybody's in the modes,
Yeah.
and this is transcendental to the modes. See, this is the kind of truth we need.
Yeah. It's almost like I feel sometimes, I don't know, it happens with others, but it happens with me. It's like when I think of the spelling, a word, it's like I think, that sounds a bit funny. It's like I never thought about the spelling of some word.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
But I used to get that. Then I ponder about, that's a word I've been using a lot, but I never thought about it consciously.
Yeah.
Now, when you speak about explain the verses, then I'm like, that's the aha moment I get when I pay attention. It's like, I've been mindlessly going through it. And now I think about it. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Shaking up.
Yeah.
My heart's like, It's amazing, Mara. It's like an adventure. I feel like I'm going on an adventure.
Yeah, you are. This is the great adventure. This is Star Trek.
Yeah. And you feel in the body, it's like the 4D theater where they want you to feel everything in the body. It's like, something comes up,
Yeah.
and then the air comes up, the water sprinkles on
Yeah.
you, and then you feel it really what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And now it's like what you've been hearing, what you've been reading,
Yeah.
in Krishna consciousness is embodied in a person.
Yeah.
And then when they transmit it,
Yeah.
you can really see a little bit. It's almost like a portal is opening.
Yeah,
It's like in the consciousness. I was feeling it when I was chanting. It's like something's opening up.
Yeah.
You feel, wow, this is great. And then again after a while, it's like again something opens up. And then as we chant, it's
Goosebumps kind of a thing.
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking while we were chanting, Maharaj, it felt like, like I felt like that one day, I think that's all, yeah. And it's like when I open my eyes, it feels like I'm not here, everything feels super serene. I was just thinking only if we could, get more taste towards chanting like that before,
Yeah.
grasp it as much as we can from you when you're here. Yeah, I am like, I might be sounding silly, but I really want to get that art of chanting kind of a thing.
You see how valuable it
The
is.
taste of the
Taste
element.
is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what Lord Chaitanya was so committed to that. The taste was so nice, and he saw the value. See, that's the thing. You experience the value of it.
Yeah.
Personally, you got to do it. Yeah. It's not about just, serve. It's ultimately is taste, the name.
Yeah. Talking about that, I was thinking like what you said about other devotees that they're going online every day, like Lalita goes, you go. I mean, the schmucks like us, we think that, it's a difficult thing, they're going every day. But I was thinking, they're relishing. It's like what Lord Chaitanya, they like it.
Yeah.
If I like something, wouldn't I go ahead and do it every day?
Yeah.
It's like it's coming on the camera and sharing with us. That's the beautiful bit. That you do it anyway. It's like people are there or not there. You don't care if you like.
It's a relish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're satisfied with that, and everything else is icing.
Yeah.
That was the purpose, Lord Chaitanya showing and demonstrating, tasting before the world, to show, hey, this is a great way to worship God. This you transcend the modes of nature by doing this process. Yeah. Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
So whoever wants to come on now can come on. So let's see. Oh yeah, Lalita, can you give the
link? Is it? I can show you.
There you go. Yeah, can you give the the link to this thing? I can't do it on the
The
computer.
restring.
Yeah, somebody just even if 3 or 4 people do it, and whoever wants to come on can come on here, and then we'll have our discussion. How about you, Sim? You want to come on? Don't worry, I won't bite you. Salted bread. How about you? Salted bread. I like salt. I like butter salted bread. That's great. I don't need it anymore. No bread so much. There we go. Freddie put the link up. And I can put it on for YouTubers if there's any here. Krishna Hare Hare.
Put it on the 18.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I think Sim is coming. Yeah, you can sit. You want to sit here and watch?
That's fine.
You this good? Okay. Put it like this for a little bit.
It's fine.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Krishna Hare Hare. I'll read a verse until somebody comes. So it says, some yogis perfectly worship, this text 25. Some yogis perfectly worship the demigods by offering different sacrifices to them. And some of them offer sacrifices in the fire of spiritual Brahman. So, this one thing about the Gita, it talks about stuff like that, that some people are offering different types of sacrifice. But what are the sacrifices people need to be concerned with is what the avatar of the age does. He's giving the easiest path, the sacrifice of chanting the holy name, in association with real devotees. Oh man, that's the best of all paths, the quickest. It's like, see, they testified themselves. They're sitting with a devotee here who chants with taste. Well, their taste is awakening. Now that's a great path. See, in other words, they were chanting alone more and it wasn't so much, but now they're just chanting in association and more taste is awakening. And that's what Krishna consciousness is all about, that sacrifice. Lord Chaitanya, he said, hey man, I order everybody. If you're intelligent, hey, this is the order of the day, the order of Kali Yuga. Yeah, chant the holy name, take association with my real devotees and get taste awakened quickly. It's your taste that delivers you. See, it's the taste that inspires you. Just a little bit of taste, you realize, oh, wow, this is inspiring. Wow, makes me greedy. This makes me everything. This is inspiring me. This is advancing. Now I know what spirit is. Everything comes from that taste. Okay? And it increases more and more and more. Okay? Yeah. And that's why the Lord says, he was so happy when people would chant. He would meet people and say, just chant the holy name. And see, he's the association they needed to get the power to chant. That's why you need a real devotee. I mean, let's see, that to me was a testimony. He said, you're here and we're chanting. It's just the first time I really want to chant and more. And see, that's a testimony to the truth. See, now you're coming in alignment with Lord Chaitanya and the message by personal experience. And that'll increase forever. See, now you're collecting real gold, real wealth is in the taste for the holy name. I mean, that's what I've noticed is that this ever increasing taste is amazing. It gets more amazing every day. It's always ever fresh now. It's at the point. Yeah. You can ask. What's your experience, Sim? Do you find you getting more taste for chanting?
Hello.
Yes, I hear you.
Ah, hello. Pardon. Yeah. I had to say I lost it for a while. The taste for chanting. But I guess that was part of the journey to get some distance from this sangha to see the difference between.
Yeah.
I ask myself the question, where is Krishna? When I ask myself that question, everything becomes very clear. So, and now I also have that feeling is coming back to being more busy with Krishna, listening or listening to singing, like that. So also chanting, sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, you can see over there too, right? Yeah, good. Yeah, good. All right. Yeah. So when you said you lost it, how did you lose it for a while?
Well, because you kicked me out and blocked me and kicked me out of the sangha,
Sometimes I'm a little bad boy,
Well, I confess. Well, I thought it was not very nice to do, but after all, when I'm looking back at it, it was the best thing to do. Otherwise, I could not see the difference. Only because of the distance, I could see the difference between like Johan's preaching and your preaching. And when I ask myself the question, where is Krishna? I was thinking about you. I was thinking about Lalita. I was thinking about Amy. There I feel Krishna always present, sometimes more. Yeah, so things became very clear then when I asked myself that question.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good. You have the perspective. You're all over there and over there. That's what I did with Jesus. Personally, I just cut Krishna out of the picture and Prabhupada and just went all into Jesus. Lily Sachi remembers that time. So, no, it's only Jesus. Prabhupada, he's a demon. Prabhupada. And I had Krishna and Jesus arm wrestling. I put pictures up, on Facebook, and the armor and Jesus winning, showing him the strong, all kinds of bullshit like that. But I was into it. And then I really, grasp things that way. Sometimes you got to go all this way or that way, and you learn. I mean, the Lord sees our heart,
Well,
And,
it was not that I was against you or for Johan. I just, at that moment, I thought you cannot cut somebody out of for that reason. I didn't understand that at that time, and I had to learn.
I was just teaching you my way, so I just forced the situation, just cut you off. You go over there totally. That's what I was telling people. Oh, you want to go over there? You go over totally.
But now I see a difference, a big difference.
Hey, it
You
works.
were right
We
about that the river is drying up and that the snakes come out to play. I see. I didn't understand that, but the juice is running out. Can I say it like that? It's like, and it took a while before I realized that, and it took a while before the effect of drying up was visible when I was watching other people. So I needed that time to realize that you were right and I was wrong. Yeah, I said it for the last time.
Yeah, well, the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. So to get clear is what it's all about, Yeah, and so it's good. And actually, that's a testimony. And ultimately, our journey helps either directly or indirectly. Like Johan, he's indirectly helping the mission. And because I keep it that way, I keep it where, on this line of getting everybody developing, even him, just like you coming here. See, you're helping the whole situation as you're realizing things. See, you're realizing more truth. So you're helping that way. This makes a big statement. He's got his spies watching these things, Shama Gori might be like right there, listening to report to her master.
But testimonies like this, that's
very valuable.
That is indeed very valuable because he's been on both the boats, and he's seen the difference. So it makes it's evident. We would not want to do that. We pretty much here, but then it's nice to have somebody actually do that and come back and give a report on. It's good to hear.
Well, I tell you guys, there is a big difference out there. There is no Krishna Jews there. I tell you that. So I came back.
But it's all like what you want. See, if you deep in your heart, you want that Krishna juice. Some people, Go ahead.
Yeah, I want that. Therefore I ask myself that question. Otherwise, that of course doesn't pop up in my mind. So,
Some people they mix it. They think the speculation there. I mean, it depends on how strong you believe in the illusion. They believe the speculation is the real Krishna, and that's the fight. Ultimately, this will win because it's the truth. The speculation is not the true thing, and it'll buckle under this. It has to because the truth is the real juice. And so Krishna is shows you it's a symptom of your sincerity that you're making that distinction. Not everybody easily does it. Some people are very attached to speculation, and they think that's the juice. See, yeah. To me, I don't like that juice. It's like it's vinegar to me. Sachi, what do you think? What's your realization? What do you got to say? I want to hear.
Well,
Give us a word.
I'll share, like in the past, I've experienced we're on a path and you're in front, and there's all these detours you can take, these other ways you can go, and you've gone them already and come back, but you're kind of so far ahead we didn't see that you went on that path. And so you're up there going, don't go that way, don't go that way. But then we're like, well, I don't know. And so we kind of have to check it out. We have to find out for ourselves. And so that's how I've experienced it. And I also too did not like this congregational breakup, because I don't like kicking people out. I don't like, making people bad or whatever, however you want to look at it. I don't like that either. However, when he said, don't go listen to the other guy's classes anymore, I made a choice, and that choice was, okay, I won't listen. And then he talks about what he says in his classes, and I'm like, is that really true? Because he told us not to listen, so I'm not listening. So I don't know if he's really doing that or not. Mm-hmm. But I'm finding that I haven't had any contact from him to come. Mm-hmm. And my life is busy enough, and I am happy when I can serve Gorhari. And it's all I can do to get the classes in that of his, and sometimes Govinda's and Lalita's. Anyway, it's just a choice. And I'm finding that this morning I finally felt completely at peace and at rest with where my life is at. Even if I go across town and be with other devotees, because I need physical chanting in person with others. I need that. But I have opportunities to speak a little bit of project something sometimes that's very valuable that I've learned from Gorhari. And I have to just accept this, because I've been like, should I be doing that? I think I shouldn't be doing that. I should be just totally devoted here. And I'm like, no, I'm doing that. And it's really valuable, and it's helpful, because I get to speak. Yes. Yeah, I get to speak something, and people, we progress slowly. We need time.
Yeah.
The V's need time.
Yeah, I mean, we're all on a journey and learning. I'm still learning so many things. Mistakes are made, but that's part of. If you don't make mistakes, you're not learning anything. You have to trial and error and all that. That's science, man. That's people. They those who cannot scientifically learn Krishna consciousness by doing trial and errors and stuff, and applications, and sometimes being a little clumsy and all that stuff, you're not learning anything.
Like they say, to err is human, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Maharaj, I have to say, it takes great deal of humbleness and humility actually to say what you're saying, to be at your position and say what you're saying. I learn by trial and error, and then I have committed mistakes, and what you just said, openly talking about like you said, I've shared this bullshit images on Facebook and things like that. I don't think anybody being in your position would do it with such great, you just speak it as if it's nothing. But I don't, any of the names that you take, like this Radhanath or anybody for that matter, I don't think they can own their mistakes like you do.
Yeah.
And that's very important to grow, I believe, to own your shit, to Otherwise, if you, it's like acceptance, right? If
Mhm.
you can't accept in your own eyes what you have done
Mhm.
is wrong, I don't think you can understand what's right and go forward. And then you just do it with so ease, and you teach us to be like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's amazing. I cannot understand how you do it with that great and that too in front of the camera. You can actually, I mean, I'm like, if I do something, I think I can own it.
Yeah.
I might say it, but I still doubt if I could do it in public like
Yeah.
you do. Yeah, I mean, like, and that's something. Yeah, it's yeah, not many can do it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. I'm just being myself. I don't know why I can do it, or what. Maybe it's just being empowered, by the Lord. Because I don't think I can do anything on my own. I have to, have some special mercy to do these things. It's just, yeah, and that's here. That's what I really like. I really have learned that the power is here to live an extraordinary life. Life, real life. It's extraordinary. Just a little taste in chanting is extraordinary. You know, that's what. I listened to that and said, "Wow, that's extraordinary." Just a little taste in, and can you imagine as that increases more, and then you see the more value in that, and then I mean, like it gets to be more and more. You like, oh, like Rupa Goswami's verse that you read in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He recited this verse about the glories of chanting Krishna's name. Those two syllables, he says, when you taste the name, it's like you wish you had millions of mouths to vibrate that sound, and millions of ears to hear that sound. And then your material senses go inert when your heart is touched. And so we have a lot of room to develop that. I mean, I'm not at that point of millions of mouths, but man, I just want 3 or 4 at least now, and it's increasing. So this is the path that Lord Chaitanya, you gave us the most simple path, chanting a holy name, especially, I say especially in a society of real devotees. If you can't do that, okay, chant the holy name in the society of those who you may not be with the real devotees, and you're with people who appear to be real devotees. Well, that's something, that's okay, it works. Like, some devotion there, and it'll increase. Your desire will increase. And self-accepted, like Sachi, that's a nice testimony. Like, because I've been telling her from my side, I said, yeah, oh, you feel like going and being with them? Yeah, just go and be with them and chant. You're chanting. And it was always kind of a little back and forth, like, yeah, I'd like to do that, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Gaur Hari says this and Gaur Hari says that. And I said, well, what do you want to do? Well, I want to go there. Well, I don't know. She fights with herself a little bit, right? She's a tug of war, multi-personality thing. She's got one side and the other side. On the other hand, yeah,
Well,
but you see,
I have to admit, there was one time, this might have been about 2010, 14 years ago. There was I was leaving the house. I wanted to go to the temple, and I said, "No, you're here. You just came back 3 years from India. You just got back. Why do I want to go there and leave you here? You just like go on and go, because I really love group chanting. I really love group chanting."
Yeah.
So I went, and I get about 2 blocks away from the house in the car, and I feel like I'm leaving this force field, like a field, an energy field. And I'm like, why would I want to leave this? So I turned around and went back in that case.
Yeah.
That was happening then for whatever reason, but but now I realize that I do get a lot out of group chanting. And sometimes Gaur Hari, when he just came back from 3 years in Mexico. He needs some quiet space too, and give him some space and go.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's different now. It's maturing.
Yeah.
He's
Well, you see what you're doing now. See, I know what that's like when you're just getting this vibe here, this vibration. And so when you're not incorporated enough where you take it with you, then you feel like you lose it a little. That's a stage. You lose it. But as you incorporate this, it becomes part of you. Then you can go to kirtan, you can go to be with anybody, but you bring this with you. And that's what it's supposed to do. Be ever increasing. Yeah.
And there's opportunities to say things to people that are amazing.
Yeah.
This one man came with his little son, 9-year-old son, and the son was looking at me. It was a Sunday feast, and the son was looking at me and staring at me, and I'm like, "Oh, hi, what's your name?" And the man said he thinks you're the temple president, and I go, "No, I'm Mary. What's your name?" And he goes, "Matthew." And the man goes, "Tell him your real name." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Tell him your real name, your devotee name." And I'm like, "Why are you being so harsh? Golly, I spoke up, in front of the son, and it made a difference for the son. It really did. Matthew's a great name. And sometimes these other ones are hard to remember. He wants people to remember his name.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's like
opportunities like that.
Yeah, it's great. See, that's how it works. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Let's talk about a verse. And Leslie, you have anything to say there, Sim? Anything you want to share? Any questions?
Yeah. I made up my own name. Sim Leonard is not my real name. So for me, I experienced something unique, Normally you get a name from your parents or from your guru. You can never pick your own name. But now I picked my own name. I choose my own name. So that's a different experience. So I play a little bit with the idea of having a name. So so sometimes I ask myself, what's the relevance of your name, and can you change it, and can you play with that? So yeah.
Isn't it nice?
But
You can
I
change
understand that people always have putting a lot of value into their name, how they love it or they hate it or whatever. So
Yeah. I kind of gave myself my own name, actually, Gaur
Oh yeah,
Haridas.
did you give your? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, Mary
Saki.
Saki.
I like it
Yeah.
because I heard his. Yeah, his ex-wife said Saki, which means goat,
nice.
and I like that.
Why do we have to have somebody give us a name? Why can't we just take our own?
Oh, what cool. Yeah, really.
It's always our mothers have to give us a name. Why here it's our body, it's our mind. Why don't we give our own name?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what cool. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, cool. That.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I inspired one day to take that name. Then I went to Narayan Raj and took initiation from him, and he gives me the same name, Gauridas. Matter of fact, I ran away from the first initiation. Remember that, Sachi? I ran away from the first initiation, and there was an empty fire sacrifice there for the name. So some guy says the name was there for me, Gaur Haridas, and so the guys went and sat down at the thing. He says, "I'll take initiation," and he got that name, Gaur Haridas.
I wasn't there for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I just couldn't do it. After they wanted me to take initiation right away with my ex-wife and everything. Everything was fast. Just do it. Just get into. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Work out.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. And I did. I walked out. I said, no, I can't do this. What is this? It seems a little bit too fast.
The first thing that convinced me about not things being right with that group was when I came up to join you guys and traveled
Yeah,
from out of town.
remember
I
that.
saw you and Pramaniti, and I walked up to you and both had the same look in eyes. You looked like you were on drugs.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it was kind of a druggy.
really artificial. It wasn't right. I didn't
Yeah,
like it at
yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's the imitative experience. It's not the real ecstatic drunkenness of. There's some energy there, but it wasn't quite. It had an edge to it still. Yeah, yeah. It is. It's a learning experience. That's how I got so committed to this because I test this like Sim. He went and tested that energy. I tested this. I tested this in many ways. And this is the best. And I'm just, if people are committed to what they're doing, right? They have a belief in something, a realization, and they're passionate about it. And this is what God has given me. I like this idea, ever increasing, ever fresh taste for the name. I love that. And to love these verses, man, and just to love to just to play with the baby, man. I love playing with the baby, just like Sachi likes to play with babies. This is my baby. These verses, to speak about them, to make them clear, to taste them, that stuff. Yeah. And yeah. What else, Sim? Anything else you got to
Picking your own
any
name.
question?
No, that is strange. Normally, I also noticed a little bit. Maybe okay. I thought I noticed a little bit disappointment in Lalita, her voice, because since I came back, not no questions popping up again anymore. I don't know. Normally, always. Well, maybe I can create 5 or 10 questions every session if I want to, but now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just listening and take it
Yeah.
in. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
it feels like I'm jumping into an already a little bit of full swimming pool. There are already all kinds of other people
Yeah.
commenting, and I thought it was not really my place to. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, when you get past the doubts, the doubts and the questioning and all that, then it looks like you're hitting the stage of relish. You just relish what's coming through, tasting it. There's no more you challenging and trying to get clear, really and feeling like I don't know about that kind of stuff. If you get through that, and you just get into the relish of the hearing the truth, man. The truth will
Mhm.
set you free. It sets us free. We talk
Yeah,
about it.
and you ask me, pardon, to mature more.
Mhm.
So, and I was thinking about that, how I can do that, and the last week or so, it feels like that asking questions is not it's not the same level anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's great. It's progress, huh? That's
Oh
what it
yeah,
sounds.
yeah, I don't know. Ja, dat weet ik niet. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. No, this is preaching. When you show your own progress. Because you're grappling, you want to know the truth, and you're making real tangible progress. That's how people get over illusion. That's how Johann will be influenced. If he sees in you that there's a change, and that's it's all about getting clearer. He wants to. I mean, everybody would like to be the ultimate happiness. It's what it's all about. The greatest happiness, but people are not clear about it. Yeah, some people are happy with speculation. And that's why you can't give it up prematurely. If you're happy, speculating on things, on Krishna consciousness, go for it, man.
I,
This is.
I didn't understand what speculation was. Probably I still don't, but I didn't understand that speculation. what that really meant. I thought, oh, with the Hare Krishnas, that is not speculation.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
know.
yes. Yeah. Speculation is like, okay, so the verses teach something. They teach a message. They're trying to give a message.
Yeah.
Now, say like, okay, say, do we have a chapter 1 of Chaitanya Charitamrita somewhere? I'll try to give you an example, make it really clear.
Okay.
It's nice to use Guru Tattva to make things clear because you should show you how things get off.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. No chapter 1.
Chapter Antyalila, this is not Adi.
Oh, you know what? I can do this on the computer too. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, if you don't have, okay, you look and I'll look too.
Okay.
Adi Leela, chapter 1.
Okay, here we go. Good. Okay, we got it. Let's see here. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Chapter 1, Adi Leela, Spiritual Masters. Mm-hmm. So, according to the deliberate opinion, this is verse 45 in chapter 1. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. So, when I preach this verse, you should listen and say, okay, you look at the verse, is my message the same message as that verse? So for example, according to the deliberate opinion of the spiritual masters, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. So I preach, and I've said this many times, that Krishna, one of his forms, in the book also, there's a verse supporting that in chapter 1, that Krishna appears as the spiritual master. He works through the spiritual master to deliver his disciples. So that's to me, in the vision of the revealed scriptures. What's out of the speculation would be something that Johann would say. Oh, actually, you don't need a spiritual master per se. Lord Chaitanya came, and just everybody is guru, can be your guru. Sachi could be my guru. I heard him say these things, kind of things. So what it does is it's speculation on the verse, which is saying the importance of the spiritual master. He himself is an example. His actions and his deeds now are an example of not giving honor sincerely to the spiritual master to deliver him, even though for 6 years he was saying, Gohari is my guru and all that stuff. And not to be even able to process that. To even say, why the hell was I saying these things? What was I doing? Not even to process it. See, that's Vaidhi Bhakti. That's devotees. They cannot think things out yet. They're not mature enough to do it. And to wonder, well, I kicked my guru away. Why did I do that? What is this? I have a different opinion. See, and I've been preaching, no, you should have this, not your opinion, you should have Krishna's opinion. If you're really purified, you'll be in that opinion, and that opinion will be in you. And if you're compassionate, you'll passionately preach that to the world. See, and that opinion, if others believe it, See, they're not misdirected by speculation. They're redirected right into the goal zone, the gold
But
zone.
can I ask you? Now I
Yeah.
have a question.
Okay.
So what you're telling sounds very true, but for me it's theoretical. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. It sounds true, and it could be
But
theoretical, right?
but
Okay.
yeah, it's but I have the feeling that you talk about a practical experience, but I don't experience that yet.
Yes, yes. Okay, that's honest, and
Yeah,
that's
I
that.
am. The
But again, you can look around here and
yeah,
see those who feel that way and look at their experience, showing, okay, is it working? If Gohari's preaching the theory, say theoretical in the book, is there anybody applying it to their lives and getting the result of that? So you could look at Govinda and Lalita. They honor their spiritual master like the verse. They see that Krishna came in the form of Guru to deliver me. They really believe that. They really accept that. And what is the result of that? Well, Krishna gives himself to them, and you can see the symptoms of that. They're ecstatic like their guru's ecstatic. See, that's the whole thing. I'm just preaching how to get Krishna in you like he's in this body here. Does that look good to you? Do you want that? Do you want to follow in the footsteps of the devotees doing that and getting that, which is this verse? So it's not only theoretical, it's practical.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why I say my disciples can do and teach what I can't teach because they can follow that verse. I couldn't find a living person. Luckily I had this from the beginning, which is very rare. Very rare. See, so you all that walk this walk also, see, you can show the world that, oh yeah, this works. Gohari isn't a crazy person. He has real bhakti. Because I'm getting that experience by having that understanding, that standing under those teachings. And it works. See, the first fruits come, and they've probably been working on this for lifetimes too, to get to this point. See, they're coming here, and the example gets more and more clear and comfortable and certain for people to also, oh, okay, I can. You ever see to test the ground to see if it's solid
Mhm.
and that there's not landmines? So a
Yeah,
person, let's say in a war zone, he's testing the ground to see if it's solid. Well, you can see, well, they're testing the ground as being solid and not being blown up by a landmine. And you can get more come. That's why this sadhu sangha is like this. You should see examples of these truths here. And again, if it's theoretical, that's what I see in the Narayan Maharaj group. They're talking about all these things, but where's the deed? Where's the actual experience of devotion and people that have it? They're just talking about it. A lot of times they'll admit it. We're just talking about it. We don't really know what real bhakti is and devotion. That's honest. But we do. And, come over here, check it out, learn, you know.
yeah. I
What do you
never.
think?
Can I say something about
Yeah.
it? So
Yeah, please, please.
it was just since I came back, I think about the importance of guru and what it means. I asked myself the question, what is now the common thing between the Sangha members like Lita or Amy, other people. So, and it always was you. You were the one with the common, like through everybody's lives, that's the common factor.
Ah,
So,
yeah,
yeah. And yeah, something has changed. I'm thinking differently about
yeah.
the
Isn't that?
position of Guru, but
Yeah,
I still not
yeah,
really figured out what.
yeah. That comes in time. It's just, is that any different than the way the disciples felt about Jesus? See, that's why I teach Guru Tattva. The disciples, they were always talking about Jesus. Jesus really impressed them deeply to the core of their heart. He was special, man. And here you see that here, and that's because it's the way it's supposed to be. It's called Guru Tattva. It's like you got somebody special in your lives. See, Johan's saying, no, there's no thing special. I didn't see anything special with Gohari. I was just given a bunch of lines, words. But now that I think about it, there's nothing really special. Everybody's like that. Everybody's guru. Everybody's God. All that stuff. See, but the verse
doesn't work.
Huh?
That doesn't work. I figured
No, it doesn't work.
Doesn't
and
work.
and if you're really seeking and your heart is really looking, it won't be satisfied with that spec. He's satisfied. To him, it's like, oh, it's great. I have a different opinion and I can create all these explanations. He's addicted to speculation, like practically everybody in the world. They're addicted. It's like an addiction. See, I'm addicted to the truth. I'm addicted to as it is. I found it's more powerful to just relish each word and glorify the baby that's born in me every day. I think it's fantastic to have Krishna born in me. I can't wait a whole fucking year for the birth of Krishna or Radha. I got to have him every day. Lalita knows what I'm talking about. She can't live without the birth of Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and everybody else she chants name and goes, ha, 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 with.
It is no theory anymore from the moment you start to experience it. That's the difference, Sim. You will see, you see it now, you see it growing little by little, that actually you feel. For instance, you say Krishna is not with Johan anymore, he is here. So you already experience in little drops that we need Srila Gaura Haridas, we need this spiritual master because he brings Krishna to us. And you start
I cannot fully feel that, like you talking about it in a way that you talking about from experience. I recognize it from my mind, and that's feels like a lower realization. It is higher in the body, but it's lower in the realization.
Well, you see, that's why
still it's working with you.
Yeah.
Still it's working.
It's honest. It's honest. See, you're being honest about it, not being a hypocrite.
Yeah, he's always honest.
Like Noodles. Go ahead, Noodles. What?
I mean, I can relate to what he's saying. Yeah, when couple of months back when I used to see Lalita or Govinda, I used to, you remember, I always used to say, I cannot understand how Govinda has one pointed faith in you. Like, that no matter what you do, you cannot, you can't shake him up on the faith he's got in you. And I'm like, only if I had a little bit of that, I think it would be easy. It's like I desired it, but I didn't have it. I didn't have that experience. I didn't trust you. I'm like, all right, I know there is something, but I can't take you. I can't buy it 100%. I was there. I think you will have to know. I mean, I think it's just your journey towards gaining that faith, and it's your thing, and it's between you and Guru. I think it we can only say what we have experienced, but what you would have or how it would be your thing again. I could just say this is my thing, but I have been there.
Where are you now with that?
No, yes, Maharaj, I trust in you. I mean, just that it gave me like, I had goosebumps all this on the left side of my body when you were reading that, Guru is Krishna. I'm like, and I can't imagine. I have it's almost like I have this, I tell him, I basically imagine stuff when I hear. I can actually visibly imagine it. And then for me, for a second, it felt like, the Lord is sitting here in front of me. I mean, like, if that's what it is, I mean, like, no, I think, to me, I feel I trust. I've put my all eggs in the basket already. That's my feeling. But sometimes, it takes something to be so that we know if we really mean what we are saying. But for me, yes, for now, I think it is that.
Yeah. See, so that's I've been sharing that if it takes you 20 years or 30 years or 40 years to figure out this Guru Tattva, to be where it just comes in organically, you're convinced by the grace of God, your success, because that is the door to it. That was the whole point. Now you learn by relish. You learn by tasting, because when you have faith in Guru real deeply, then you're on the eternal path. You realize, I belong to Guru and my Guru belongs to me. And I can just chant his name and my Guru is with me and Krishna is with me and everything through the parampara. What do you think a parampara system is about? It's about being the connected force all the way through, all the way back to Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. It's a line, see, like an electric line goes all the way back. And, even though I don't have a living Guru in this world, but I feel the same way as my disciples feel towards me and towards Krishna. When I think of Prabhupada and Jesus and Rupa and all of that, they're my masters, man. I already got that. That's what you're getting here. And it starts with Guru. If you don't have that faith in Guru yet, you can't have that very deep relation with the rest of the devotees. That's why usually they're sent here, and that's where you're positioned. Like Sim, when and if you get that realization, okay, now you're a real example and deliverer in this world, because people will look at your faith and your conviction. See, now when you got conviction about the absolute truth, otherwise, we're in the world and people have different convictions. That's part of the life symptoms. I'm convinced that life is about fruit of work, or about sense gratification, or about Buddhism. My conviction is there and this and that. But when your conviction is in this line, this is a line, now the Lord said, I can use this person. Their conviction is like mine, to deliver people out of illusion. See, that's why this is not my goal. It's the Lord's goal. And when I harmonize with that frequency of the Lord's goal of deliverance of the conditioned souls and relishing devotional mellows, okay, now he can use me as showing the example that he did 550 years ago. Otherwise, what kind of example can we show? Because he showed what deliverance meant. It means chanting the holy name with taste. Look, pani and noodles, they got a bit of a taste today. And then they're that just will develop more and more and more as they cultivate. And we just get more and more in line with the Lord's mission. See? It's great. I don't know. I can't find anything better than that, man. I'm here. I preach that. I want to share that and get people convinced. See, convincing. You know what Jesus said about the Holy Spirit? If you really have it, he said, "I'm going to send you the Holy Spirit." This is in the book of John. He said, "I'm going to send you the Holy Spirit, and you know how you'll know the Holy Spirit? It will convict the world of the truth. It will convince the world about the power of the Holy Spirit and the importance of it. It will convict them and convince them. It'll teach them what is sin and what isn't sin. When you got the spirit of devotion, you become sinless in the eyes of God." Even if, still because of habit, you do things in the mode of ignorance, okay? The Lord says, don't worry, I'm here with you now. You want to live like that? I mean, I love it, man. This is great to have a friend like God, man. Nobody is like that except his real devotees, by the way, because that's him in that form. So that's my conviction and increasing. I'm not finished yet. I want to be more convinced and more convicted. Why not? I don't want to stop. I'm not going to be put on a pedestal. That's why I preach like this. I like people that are honest. Krishna does too. Look, he's given mercy to Sim to get him out of that what do you call, sand trap over there with Johan. It's kind of like a sand trap. Yeah, get him free. So, yeah, I mean, it's exciting, man. I love sharing my passion. That's compassion, to share my passion, man. You want compassion? Listen to some of this passion, right? See, that's it, Yeah. And if you like it, I don't know, you like my trip, this is a trip I'm on. You like my God, my vision of God, great, and then you'll have your own relationship with him. You notice we're not lacking individuality. Look at Lolita. She's different than me, isn't she? How she worships, how she preaches. Look at Fani and Zoodles. They're different, aren't they? Look at Sachi, different. But we're all friends, right? And we're getting more friends all the time. We've got Dean Smith and Balaram coming. What does Balaram say? Surrender is the hardest punch to the false ego. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's a big smash. Yeah. Yeah, what else we got here? What do you guys say? Oh, I don't have. That's why I like that. I'm using the computer that Lolita's getting. It's a great computer.
We all want our freedom. We all want to be free, and surrender is a kind of it's a little hard.
The opposite.
Yeah. I've felt like I wanted to leave so many times.
Yeah.
So many times. And I've been and he gets to yelling and screaming, and I just turn the volume off or to go away. And I gotta take care of myself. If I get blown out, I get blown out.
Yes, you gotta moderate the frequency. Frequency's too loud, man. Tone that thing down, or let me get away from it.
Keeps me from going away forever. Take care of it just for the day.
Exactly. You got to know how much. You got to know. There's like different levels of fuses. People are like they just got a certain load they can take, right? Especially when you got a high volume of electricity running through this line here. You got to know your fuse level. Is it 15 amp or is it 30 amp? Some people have bigger, like Lolita, she has a 40 amp fuse, I think. She can take a higher level of resistance.
Maybe I'm getting deaf already at my age, and Sachi has very good ears.
Well, it's just that when he gets to really yelling and screaming, it's like this. It's just like, I can't handle this.
Yeah. That's just how it is. You just have people different levels of fuses. You don't want to blow the fuse. You lose the current. You got to, oh, wait, it's getting too much amperage coming through. All right, let's back off a little bit, and then you come back and let more come through, Yeah. Why not?
We have such a twisted idea of freedom and slavery here, if you think about it. It's I remember the first time I've ever heard, being servant of Krishna was from Fani. I think he was saying something, so I told him, no, you can't get to tell me what I have to do or what I should not be doing. Yeah. Then he said, see, we are all servants of Krishna, so so be it. I'm gonna tell you, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was thinking, who the fuck would want to be in that position? It sounds like being a slave, and then I like my freedom more than anything, and then I do not want to be servant of Krishna or anybody for that matter. But it is the material conception that we have. It's actually freedom is actually accepting our position as servants to Krishna. I think because it's. And now I feel I can't wait to. I mean, I really want him to take me under his wing and make me that servant that I hated to be, because it's so easier that way. Everything is in control. I'm not in control of anything, and that's the true freedom for me now. And which was, I couldn't understand it. 11 years down the lane, I just wanted to really rebel and say, fuck you, I'm not a servant. And now I'm like, oh no, I can't. I really want to be that.
Yeah, it's a trust issue, isn't it? You come to a point where it's almost like codependent, trusting Krishna and trusting Guru. They're kind of related. And that's why, she says, I'm trusting you, because she's actually trusting Krishna more. See, it coincides, and that's why it says those who have, see the verse, Prabhupada quoted it many times, those who have equal faith in Guru and Krishna, the purport of the Vedas are revealed automatically. See, that's why her faith in Guru and Krishna is becoming equal. And now, whoa, wow, these songs are great. See, the purport are the songs, the real message, the relish of that, the relish of those truths, the relish of that association with real devotees. When you're with the word of a devotee, you're with God. See, I mean, are you really with that word? Are you really vibing with that word? Is that frequency really, are you in harmony with that frequency of that truth and that word? Because if you are, now you know what treasure is. Okay? Now you're relishing the treasure. That's where you abandon speculation. No, I just want to know what those devotees were feeling. I want to taste what they were feeling. And you can't do that by speculating. Otherwise, Johan would be here. Thank you, Johan, for your service. Yeah. You can't taste what we're feeling. See? He's tasting something else. See? So that's what it's all about, is the relish of the true feelings of the truth. Yeah. Yeah. So you see, everybody that comes here and goes through all these things, you're a manifestation of the truth in life. Living, see, life, not theory. She's not theory now. Yeah, I trust you, Gaurahari, and I trust Krishna now. I'm ready to surrender. I want more of that. See, that's the example, because the world doesn't trust the real Krishna. Why should you? You've been fucked by Maya up the ass. Really, that's how she goes. I just wanted to get people's attention, Sachi. That's one way to get it. What do you say?
I was telling Maharaj how we didn't know how we would be back in Fidlak. We actually don't. It's like that. We do not know how real Krishna feels like, how true devotion feels like. Yeah, we think it's that staunch, hard, rigid faces that they stoic faces that they show. We think they have it, and not the ones who are actually emoting and actually are like humans, showing emotions and stuff, or all of that. And then we think they're being crazy and they don't actually have it. Yeah, that's just twisted again, absolutely twisted. Like I was telling a couple of years ago, we didn't know how true honey looks like, because we always bought store honey, so we didn't know how true honey looks like. And then when we were given a pot of real honey, we thought, this is stale, and then we just threw it.
Because it got hard during winter.
It got
Why
hard.
is it hard? We threw it.
Yeah. And that's the idea of real honey, is it gets hard. Yeah, it's almost like, how can you have real sex unless there's hardness? I just wanted to see Sachi. I was just looking at Sachi's face.
You got me with the first one. And Andromeda, she put on an image that was like out of this world.
Andromeda, she likes stuff like this. Well, I mean,
something from back in the way 1500s, but which honey?
With vivid examples.
It was really harsh, It's like, but I guess that's why I feel the way I feel, because we've had all these past lives of dealing with this kind of crap.
Yeah. We just want to get the mode of goodness squeezed out, squeeze it.
No, it's going to stay. I'm going to use it on you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, it's true. The honey example is a perfect example. The perfect example of the honey. If you don't know, it's the same thing with bhakti. You don't know what it is. You think, let's throw it. Look at Balaram. Oh, the Prema devotees, we'll give him the Lalita, You throw it. Get away from it. He doesn't want it, right? You don't want the prayer. You think Balaram would give you anything that he wants? No. He wants those devotees that are devoid of bhakti, so we'll give it to him, right? Oh yeah. He doesn't know what bhakti is. He thinks it's like the honey. Oh, that's not real honey. No, the real honey is the dry stuff, the ones with a lot of sugar in it, a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing type that's sweet, on the outside, but poison on the inside, the putana stuff, Oh yeah, we like that. That's the real, it's the fake thing. Fake Vrindavan devotee. See, fake honey. See, the Krishna uses in the world, he teaches us, even in the world. In Mexico, Lalita showed me what real honey was. I thought, wow, this is cheap honey. Wow, let's go get it. It's all over the place. And she says, this ain't real fucking honey, all this stuff in Mexico. I said, no, they can't be cheated. Why would they do that? But she says, here, smell the real honey, Smell. Yeah, I said, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's real honey that you buy it in the store, the real honey. Here, you can't, it's opposite here. But anyway, that's another story. But over in Mexico, in the store, they had at least the real honey. And on the streets, they're selling all this honey. It looks so nice. It's so nice and liquidy and nice color and everything. But it's not real, man. See, that's the world is like that. Where's real bhakti? The real bhakti is the real honey, man. Don't you want real honey? People, no, let's throw that, man, because my guru doesn't have that. That look, not only my guru, but all thousands of them don't have that. That must be false then. Oh, it's sahaja, right? It's sahaja. Let's get rid of that. It's prema even. Oh, it's prema. Let's get rid of that. And don't listen to Gohari. No, he's not preaching the right thing. Prema is not the goal of life. Prabhupada's Varnashram Dharma is, and that's what it is. Can't you see a little hair stood on the end there? Last week or last month or last year. See, that's got to be right, man. A little hair stood on the end there, and 16 years ago. See, is that the conclusive? See, that comes back to the conclusive understanding again, like we were talking about. What's in the vision of the revealed scriptures? Very important. That verse, I love. I want to repeat that again and again and again. The real devotees who have the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is this love of God, life's ultimate goal. See, it fits in the puzzle very nicely. The piece just drops right in there and completes the puzzle. Otherwise, you're going to be puzzled. You want to be puzzled in life, Sachi? Huh? Or you want to complete the puzzle? What do you think?
Don't put me on the spot.
Yeah, we drop it right in the spot there. When you hear the preaching and when you get purified, you're going to love this. You're going to love hearing things in the vision of the revealed scriptures. You're going to love seeing a personification of Bhakti Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Matter of fact, you're going to become Bhagavad Gita 10:10. So you're going to be able to relish, the highest truths, reality from illusion. You're going to represent that in the world. You see, you're going to love my God, my God and your God, just like Jesus said, my God and your God now, because you believe my God is the true God. Do you believe in the Radhanath God? Do you believe in the Jaipataka God? Do you believe in the Narayan Raj God? I don't. No. I believe in my God. My God, I'm here to passionately preach in this world. My God is beautiful. You want Narayan Raj God? Go follow him, and you get his God. To me, not up to the standard, man. I like high class. Everybody says high class bhakti over there. Nah, not highest class. No, I like high class. I like relishing things in the vision of the revealed scriptures and presenting that to the world and deliver anybody who believes and listens to this preaching. I like that, man. I like that. You know why? Because my Lord likes that. I know what he likes now. I give him what he likes. That's Vrindavan. Give him what he likes. Right, Sachi? Isn't that what life is about? Give them what they like. She's always trying to please people. Yeah, I'm teaching her how to please Krishna. Give him what he likes. Give him what he wants.
No.
No?
Not so much. Not so much anymore. I'm definitely learning from you for sure.
Oh, good.
But I can also smack you around a few times too.
Yeah. I'm smackable.
It's a mixture.
Sachi's always going around. She wants to give everybody what they want. You know? So and no, not so much. Sometimes.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
But I've had to learn some of it, levels of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So Balaram says, I ain't got it yet either, but I have full trust when Guru says it'll come. Yeah, I mean, just, yeah. Let's see. Oh my God, just watching you on YouTube TV. And now here you are popping into my cell. You're everywhere. I don't get very many views on YouTube. I think they shadow banned me. They said, we don't want people to listen to this guy, take us out of their grasp,
Maybe they watch later.
What?
Maybe they watch later.
No, I just noticed the views. It's always been that way. You never get many views, like maybe 4 or 5 after 6 months sometimes. Yeah, they do that. They shadow ban people that they don't want to. If there's a powerful message, sometimes, yeah, I never could, I didn't know they were doing that, but now I learned that they do stuff like that. They limit the views. If it's nonsense, you get viral. People they want all the nonsense out there that makes no sense. They want people that are promoting transgender, whatever their program is. They love it, man. Oh, here, get more viewers. Yeah, it's it's the way it is. Technology. Yeah. What else, Lilita? Give us a word.
Yeah, I came to react actually on what Sim was saying. Yeah, for me it is theory, and that's actually what 5D wrote. 5D part. It is all theory. So, but yeah, now you turn the light on actually, and now that theory starts to work. It's like with electricity. From the moment you click, now it's working, man. It is not theory for us anymore. We see it in the books, and we can completely explain it. Look, that's how it's working. I experienced it. That's how it was. That's how it's going now. That's how it's growing. That's how you feel that the Lord is starting to trust you. And all those sentences, all those verses start to become alive and start to become your life. Your shelter, and you start to live for that because your life is inside of it. And it's a completely different view than when it's only theory. All the books become alive by your mercy because you blew life inside, breathing or blowing life inside of it, like Jesus did in the dead bones of his disciples. That's why a spiritual master is so a real one, a bona fide one. Is you cannot do anything without, actually.
Yeah, you blow life in. See, it's like when you chant a mantra, is you put life of your breath in it. See, it's actually God's breath if you've got that word, that transcendental word, and you put life into that word. That's why people say, "Wow, this makes sense." I'm realizing so many things. But yeah, you put life into the words, into these stories, and that's the message of Vasudev. Comes through these stories bygone stories. We bring it up again. See, bring it up, the truth up. See, up into expanded consciousness, into the truth, which is of the love of God and the bliss of God and all of that. Yeah, so you bring that up again. See, we're bringing it up. See, isn't that the word? Isn't it interesting how that word has to do with you bringing the truth up? See? Yeah. You could say you're bringing the truth down. See, the Debbie Downer thing, the bringing the truth down. See? Well, actually, we're doing that too, but actually, you're putting down the truth with illusion. See? When Kalya is on top, see, and Krishna's not dancing on those hoods. See, things are reversed. See, so Kalya is on top, dancing on the truth by calling it lies and trying to use the serpent weapons to cover the truth. See, but when you're victorious, when you become a real devotee with real strong bhakti, then you dance on the head of the illusion. See? And you push that illusion down. See, you push it down, and then Krishna arises. See? So it's a kind of, that's the war, the dance, the dance war. Krishna jumps in. We jump into the water of speculation and do a little dance, on the hoods. And that tries to rise up. See, rising up is good. See, that's what the demons are doing, rising up. See, they're rising up to fight with the demigods. And we also are rising up. See, we're jumping in with the truth, conclusive truth, into the speculation waters. See, and it's rising up to fight with the truth, because now it has a worthy adversary. See, otherwise you don't fight. The illusion just goes and poisons everybody from down. But we jump in, and you'll see people will rise up. When the Son of God arises in the world, what happens? Jesus in the Bible says also, people rise to life and others rise to condemnation, to condemn it. Okay? That's the power of God in this world. And if you don't have that, you're not a real spiritual master. You're a people pleaser. You sidestep and dance with etiquettes and all that. There's no deliverance yet until people rise to condemn your word, which condemns themselves by their word. Well, actually, they're liberated by it, because it was always in there anyway. It's just coming out. They're getting exercised, even against their so will, And then people rise to life. When you get purified here, you'll like to hear all this stuff. Why not? It's truth. You'll like to hear the yelling and screaming and all that stuff. Why? Because it's truth. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya. Why do you have a hard time with me yelling and screaming? And the Lord is
Chaitanya's power. You feel the vibrations. It goes through every cell of your body. Chaitanya's power.
When you get purified, see, that's why it takes people. You got to tone it down for a while, because when you get purified, then you can relish in the book the yelling and screaming of Lord Chaitanya. See, but you can't see that even. You think, God's not like that. He's always humble as pie. Prabhupada's always humble as pie.
I don't think that way. I think that God's not like that. I think what it does is it pushes deep stuff in me, because the yelling and screaming that came along in my household, this life, was from my mother, who was labeled as mentally ill, a crazy person. Yeah. So I'm still processing all that out.
My mother was the same. My mother was the same, but I feel a difference. That is so much different.
Yeah. It's just takes a while. That has to come out, so you can see that the illusion is different than the truth. The illusion, see, the craziness of the worldly people that are crazy is the what do you call it? The reflection of the craziness of realized devotees. They're mad, just like Lord Jesus says, I'm a madman, and whoever accepts my words as truth are also madmen. See? So if you, that's the kind of preaching we do. If you accept these words as truth here, you're also a madman like your guru.
But it's just another vibration. It is the vibration that makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, you're elevated to the transcendental vibration. And it's beautiful because it's the truth. It sets you free. Then, but people will still look at you because they think, oh, that's crazy. You're like these people. That means you're a common person. That's all. It's all about people. What they say is all about themselves. See? Until you're self-realized, then it's all about the real Krishna. And then it's not my false ego, false opinions and all. No. It's all about Krishna. It's all about him. And all about her. See, it's all about devotion, all about the truth. I don't need any false sense of self. No, my job is to glorify that truth. And that's a devotee. You don't need a false representation. That's, you come here, that'll all burn off. You'll be absorbed in Krishna. Krishna will be absorbed in you, and you will express that in the world and deliver them. Boss. That's it. In a very happy way, very relishable way, blissful way. You don't need any false sense of self. You're a devotee of that Lord. That's it. You realize it, you act it. Your shelter is that identity. I'm just absorbed in Krishna. He's absorbed in me. Yeah, he's kissing me, I'm kissing him. We're kissing cousins, man. You ever see that movie with Elvis, Kissing Cousins? No, of course not. I did. I was young. I loved that movie. It was like kissing your relative. Oh, I love that. Kind of a homosex thing. You know? Kissing cousins, you know. But with God, it's beautiful because he's our intimate relative, right? We're meant to kiss him. We're meant to be absorbed in him and her. Whether you're a man or woman. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? That's true. Anyway, I think it's time to go. I got to eat something. Some fruit. And the fruit. We bought a whole bunch of fruit. I got to eat it before Brenda eats it all up. So we got a competition going here, like we had in Mexico. Remember that, Lolita? We had that Janine's kid there. Any fruit I ate, it was a watermelon contest. He had to have the watermelon. Right?
About the fruit, is it?
It's a fruit contest. Who's the biggest fruit here?
Janine's son was like that. It seems very hard.
He was watching your dish all the time.
He's watching my dish. Look at that. Why is he eating so much watermelon? Give me a piece of that. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Haribol.
పెట్టుకో బృందా. సౌండ్ పెట్టుకో. కొంచెమే.
Oh, here it is.